All right, we're live.
Welcome back to another session of the Gilded Dice, where we are plagued by technical difficulties and a desire to kill one another. Just kidding. So last session, you guys finally left Beliard, in which you gave a great lesson to the DM on how to prolong his stay. That should have been 10 minutes, turned into 2 sessions. 2 glorious sessions of storytelling and near-death experiences. Zaya and Courtian investigated the death of Iron Gall, a old man who lived in Beliard, who lived in a small little workshop next to a stable where he performed and completed jobs and tasks for the stable, fixing horseshoes and saddles. Where you found he was working on a really ornate saddle for someone commissioning it from a place called Nuender's Hold. You stole that in your lead and your desire to solve the case on who killed good old Mr. Irongull. In the meanwhile, Rogadar and Wolverbane trekked it to Stonebridge to complete a task for the Half-Star on Rogadar's behest. You guys went over there and battled a beast that was attacking and plaguing caravans crossing the glorious Stonebridge, where you both fell to your impending doom and were saved by a clutch maneuver by Courtian. Sorry, Rogadar. Names are hard. All the while, Lucius is on the ship of Airship Grim. You guys were just basically annoying the hell out of him. He wanted to leave. He was about to leave without you. But both sides having completed their tasks, you guys finally made it back to the ship and are now finally leaving Beliard behind you. Death ahead of you. So, I guess what was your plan here? You guys want to head towards...
Nuender's Hold.
Was that your next objective?
Well, it's on the way. I don't know. We're like detouring around the forest, right? Because we can't go through.
Yeah, so
the mountain.
Delphine has greatly advised not to approach unless you're going to go south around the Star Mountains. Anywhere close is for sure death for an airship. Due to this high winds around the Star Mounts, it basically just becomes a gale and just pulls ships in, and death awaits for sure. So she's advised to go around the Lost Peaks at least, generally just around the high forest.
So we're making a stop in Nuender's Hold.
What do we need to stop there for?
My question exactly.
Oh well, because we have some package to be dropped off on the way.
And where did you acquire this package?
While you were snoozing on the ship, of course, we got an honorable task to deliver it.
How much are we getting paid for this?
Cartion's muted. How much we're getting paid for?
How much are we getting paid to cart this package around?
That has yet to be discussed.
Wait, why are you doing it then?
I don't know. It was just fun. Also, I don't know if I want to get it delivered or if we should just dismantle it and use the pieces for ourselves.
Who asks you to deliver this item?
I don't know, it was just a thought. Me and Courtian were there, we were invisible, there was only one thing that seemed interesting in the house, we just took it.
And how do you even know that it's meant to be delivered somewhere?
Because we know it belongs to this guy. I can give you his name actually. We know it belongs to... Amrath Molnobar. And this man has given the old Iron Goal this saddle to be repaired, and now he's dead. So this guy is not getting his saddle back. And if you take a look at it, it's actually really fancy. So it seemed like an important...
So you stole it, is what you're saying.
Well, it's like no, because we're planning on delivering it back to the owner. Right?
But
So
you
if
took
we're-
it without permission.
Well, the guy who had it was
It is
dead.
now in our
this is better.
possession. Without anyone requesting us to take it.
So wait, is this
Sorry, okay,
evidence
I'm back.
towards someone
These
thinking?
guys are coming at me because we took the saddle, Courtion,
if,
and
if-
then you fell asleep, and then I was all by myself trying to solve this issue. But like I'm trying to do a good action here. And I said we could also just take the gems and dismantle the saddle. But then
So-
these guys said that we stole it, but we
I
didn't
have-
steal it. We're
I have-
taking it
hang-
back.
Guys, she's telling the truth. We definitely found this saddle and this order form for this item, and although not specifically requested to deliver, thought it would be of the utmost importance relating to the death of Iron Gall.
I have a question. If this guy who had the saddle in his possession is now dead, and nobody has found out who killed this person, yet you guys have stolen a saddle, does that suddenly link you to a motive for murder if you wanted this saddle?
But no one knows we took the saddle.
When you deliver it, when you
when-
deliver it to the guy,
The guy
he'll
won't
know
know
you
that
took the
I
saddle.
No,
Maybe.
the guy won't know
Beliard
he's
is a
dead.
small. Beliard
Oh,
is a.
It's if he goes to say thank you to Iron Gull, or if he wants another order and finds he was dead, and we were the last ones with the saddle that might have seen him.
Oh,
I
you
think
know
that's
what?
all.
We,
Just don't tell anyone your name when you deliver it. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. We'll
easy
just,
peasy.
I can disguise all of you guys.
Except that the innkeeper at Beliard has all of our names because we stayed there.
So what?
But they're not gonna. Yeah.
How are they gonna link the inn to us? Like, I mean, the guy at the inn doesn't know we took the saddle.
Yes,
Um,
but once they get news of somebody in a neighboring town delivering the stolen goods, they will know exactly who it was.
Like,
Beliard
it's like
it's not
a
stolen
few
at that
days
point.
apart.
'Cause
Okay,
it's,
you know,
it's in the rightful owner
at
at
this
that point.
point, we should just dismantle the saddle and keep
We're
the gem.
going to look like the strangest criminals ever. Killing somebody, stealing their saddle, and then delivering it to somebody else.
That's
Which
that's why I
makes
don't
us
think anybody's gonna.
innocent.
Exactly. Nobody's gonna think that we're stealing the saddle if we're giving it back to the rightful owner. We're doing them a favor, and I think that if nothing else, maybe we'll be rewarded, and the reward could be anything. It could even be a saddle.
Worst comes to worst,
Why would we
we'll be
ever
Are
waiting
use
you in
saddle.
need of a saddle to sit on this airship somewhere?
Yeah, y'all been sitting in discomfort, and let me tell you, this saddle.
So we can either be justiciaries, yeah, or we can, I don't know, this word, Michael.
Well, series?
Is that a word?
Just
What?
here? I don't know. I'm trying-
Vigilantes!
Vigilantes.
That makes
Well,
sense.
Courtion, would delivering
Yeah.
the saddle help you figure out who murdered that guy?
I'm hoping that's the only lead that we've got right now. He's the
I have no
only
issues
tie.
making a quick 10-minute stop and
What makes you care
We
about
are
this
definitely
man?
known for quick stops.
Every stop is always 10
Uh,
minutes. Ding.
This, that's a good point. Why do I care? The only reason that I care about this man is he was left for dead in a town that nobody seems to understand as to why. I just need to put his final moments to rest.
You just lost the last bit there.
Is it
I heard
choppy
it.
for you guys?
No, it's fine.
it's fine for me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is at one point? Yeah.
Final one.
Yeah, I need to put the last of Iron Gall to rest so that he can move on.
Oh, I get it.
I'm sure a quick touchdown would be fine.
The quickest touchdown you guys have ever seen.
And what happens if your hope that you'll find a lead by delivering the saddle doesn't end up producing anything?
If it doesn't pan out, then we've at least done the last thing that he had been working on. Put his last testament to rest, and at the very least, maybe this gentleman who's apparently very rich may reward us for delivering items of such quality.
Yeah.
And
might
then
not
you will
Exactly.
be, and then you will be satisfied, and we can move on.
Lucius, you know me so well.
Perfect.
Well then, in that
the
case,
plan is solid.
let's do it and do it swiftly so that we can get back to our mission.
You know, from what I've heard, this place we're going to is your type of town, Lucius.
Yes, I'm sure you would say that about anywhere that you wanted me to go against my will.
But also, I think it's not the kind of town that I can have fun in. So it's quick in and out.
Ah, good, excellent.
But it is the town that he likes.
And I also am gonna put my Zorda outfit on.
All right.
And how far a journey is it, Delphine?
She's looking at her map, kind of plotting a course. She's actually working with Nizroth right now. They're kind of whispering to each other. Well, not whispering, but kind of just talking in a low tone as to not overpower your conversation.
What's the name of the town again?
Neander's Hold. Let me take you back to the north here.
No one stole.
She kind of gauges it. She's looking at the map. She's got some tools out, plotting a course from Beliard to Neander's Hold, and says, "She said the wind should carry us a little faster. We should be there in about a day and a half, maybe even the morning of the second day. If we leave now and the wind stays steady, yeah, we'd probably make it in a day. If we really push through the night and hope our elemental doesn't blow up, for the glory of Clouth."
Is that a common concern? Elementals blowing up?
Nizroth, your crew member and his engineer, says, "Oh, no. Delphine jests. The elemental serves us to its dying breath. It will not blow up. Maybe though."
And what happens at the dying breath?
Well, hopefully the balloon above us will sail us on through. To
So
land,
we-
at least.
Fall.
It's okay.
Slowly?
It's okay. I got Featherfall.
She kind of shakes it, give or take a few meters per second, but yes, generally would probably fall slowly.
So, good survival rate, I take it.
Oh, 100%, impeccable. Do not worry, Clouth has given us the best airship in the lands for the glory of Clouth. And they go back to kind of charting the course. So she looks to you, the rest of you guys, and says, "So, first stop, Neander's Hold?"
Yes, but please, not right in the town. Like, let's try to hide somewhere outside this time for sure. Like, better than last time, because last time they kind of saw us coming, although we hid.
She nods and says, "We'll do our best to bring the ship in close, but undetectable." And Nizroth just kind of chuckles and says, "Oh, it's pretty hard with a giant red balloon floating above us. But we will do our best."
Yes,
For the
we
glory.
definitely need to do something about that.
And kind of like looks at you guys as he's about to finish the sentence. "For the glory."
Did you forget your god's name?
Oh, no, I was looking to see if you were going to join me in recognizing the glory of Clouth. For the glory of Clouth.
For the glory of Cloud.
He kind of just nods at you guys like, yeah, she gets it. Alright, great. So, you guys chart a course towards Maynard's Hold. As you guys sail northeast, you can see below you, you can spot the Jundar's Pass as it heads up towards the Evermoors. Beyond that, the Desrin Hills. To the east, you can see the expanse of the high forest itself. It goes beyond the curve of the horizon. It just expands so far. But jutting out from there, the Star Mounts are quite easy to spot. A towering display of mountain ranges that just shoot up into the sky, possibly even higher than the spine of the world. You're not really sure, but it looks quite daunting, and it sticks out. You can see swirling around just the massive wind from this distance, even as it billows around the top of the Star Mounts, and the clouds kind of collect below its peak. It looks quite brilliant as the sun also beats off its rocky shell, I guess. Even from this distance, you can just pick out little glimmers of shining elements gleaming off the mountain itself. Perhaps giving the name itself, the Star Mounts, a reason. All right, so you guys continue onwards.
Will we get a good look at this place? It's a old fort, right?
Yeah. If you guys want to make history checks. So Delphine and the crew don't really know much about this place. It seems to be kind of a place not a lot of people have gone to. Kind of out of the way, nestled into the high forest. It's quite...
Get historicized.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, just 1 second. I'm just reading this here. Okay, so Wolverbane, surprisingly, you've heard of Neandershold in your travels, having come from somewhere north about here. You may have traveled this way before. You don't know much per se, but you know again it is an old fort. It used to be a small hunting town, a place where nobles and famous hunters came to hunt into the high forest, kind of similar to what Nightstone used to be, and something maybe you would be familiar with hunting. And you know that Neandershold was also, it was. So I'm trying to find my page here. Jeez. You know that Neandershold, it was famous because back in the day it would host glorious hunts. It would attract famous hunters and all sorts of events to come, and they would set up events where they would have competitions that go out into the high forest. But you've heard that some dark rumors around these hunts. You're not really sure what they were. You just heard bad things about them, and perhaps that's the reason why it's kind of devolves into a ruin and a sort of place that no one really goes to anymore. But you also know that the rulers of Neandershold used to be these 5 kind of lords controlled Neandershold, and they would set up these hunts. They were the best hunters in the land, and they would hunt together and do some sport together. Courtyard, in addition to that information, you know that the dark rumors of Neanderhold was true. That they would invite people to come hunt, but some of these people that went to Neanderhold to hunt never came back. And in fact, they were the sport. That they were taking people and sort of in a Hunger Games style, releasing them to the high forest and hunting them themselves. These
So cool.
These 5 lords rode on magnificent horses and steeds, war horses almost, and would traipse through the forest hunting. But that was just about a century and a half ago. Again, Neandershold has divulged into a sort of town no one really visits anymore. Anyone else want to make a history check? Or that's good enough. Good enough. All right. So you guys continue onwards towards the Neandershold, and what awaits you there?
Are you saying it right?
Neanders.
What
am I saying?
I hear like Neanders.
Neanderthal.
That's what I'm hearing. Neanders.
Okay, Noanners. Is it Noanner? I don't know, man. Let's change the name.
Noanars?
Would it be like Noanar or Nonar?
Nonar. You know what? You're right. I don't know why I get Neander. Like, it's one of those things you just saw it one way and just continue to just go with it. Nonars. We're going to say the holds, all right? We're going to go with the holds. And if anyone questions me, a rock falls out of the sky and smacks me in the face. All right, so you guys make your way to the holds. Again.
A bird comes flying at the wrong angle and hits you.
Yeah, exactly. Bird strike! All right. So it's going to be about a day, possibly a day and a half, roughly, give or take. So you guys will have a short rest at some point.
I think that would be a long rest.
You mean a long rest?
Did I say, remember when I said, if anyone questions me, a rock falls out of the sky. It's only a bird strike! It's Lucius and Wolverbane! So you guys will have a long rest.
Multiple short rests.
There's multiple short rests in the night. Okay. Great. Alright, so it's the nighttime approaches. The crew go about their business. In the moonlight, you can still see the Star Mount in the distance. The brilliance of the twinkling of the rock still seems to shine despite the lack of sunlight. In fact, it's even probably easier to see. It's like almost a constellation. It's built, a whole constellation on this mountain. It's quite a scene. Is there anything you guys want to do on the ship as you guys make your way there? As kind of the night approaches.
I did like a good check on the saddle right there. Like, would doing like a deeper observation on it do something?
I want to have a look. I want to have a look at the saddle. I haven't seen this thing yet.
Sure. You guys can say, you can spend like an hour or so, or not, like 30 minutes, just really like investigating it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I want to do that.
Okay. Sure. So looking at the saddle again, it's quite large and ornate. Again, it's probably bigger than it should be. It's made of a nice strong leather with golden buckles and both golden clips and buttons that kind of fasten all the pieces together. The pommel of the saddle where one would kind of hold on to is shaped like an ornate rearing horse, a massive horse that's kind of back like this, with beautiful carvings on all the little details. On the sides of the actual saddle itself are relief carvings of hunting scenes, mounted individuals hunting with bow and spear as they go traipsing for, you see a fox is chasing an elk, different depictions. And kind of like, sort of like a tassel like on either side, where the leather straps are dangling gold horses, like gold-plated figures of 4 different horses, kind of 2 on either side for the buckles. And it's quite heavy. It's quite hefty and good quality. There's a few gems kind of inlaid across it. You see about 10 small gems, 5 on either side, kind of just lining the side of it.
This definitely doesn't look like something that would be battle worthy. Maybe it's some kind of ceremonial saddle, or the guy's just loaded. But I don't think he's a fighter of any kind.
Can we assume that Corton told us the history of the hunt?
I don't think he would have held that back. So yeah, he would.
Yeah. Perhaps it's for someone to reinstate this hunt that Corton was telling us about.
In that case, I think it's going to be a little longer than a stopover.
Just 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes most. It'll be fine.
Wolverine, you rolled a natural 20. You realize it was all a hoax. Just.
What if we could hunt something and win a prize?
Exactly, see? We all have a reason to go there.
And stay for a while.
And Lucius, maybe it's good information for the Zentarum. You never know.
We never really established. Like, is everybody just chilling together right now?
Wherever you guys want. I'm assuming most of you are
We're
on
around
deck.
the
Lucius,
saddle.
you're probably down below.
Okay, never mind. Ignore my comment to Lucius.
I ditched you guys and went down below.
Over the earpiece.
he's gone!
Lucius,
Oh, well.
maybe it's good information for the Zentarum.
Just looking at that context.
I say, what are you talking about? And why are you bothering me?
Zentarum came to mind. That's all.
So glad you think of us.
No
Was
problem,
actually-
buddy.
I actually didn't expect him to reply, so that's a good start. We're getting somewhere with him.
Although, don't push it too much.
I know I won't reply to him directly. I'm just saying, he's still a part of the conversation right now without him realizing it.
Alright, so anything else that needs to be done is Wolverine Cortion.
I want to sit on the saddle and see if anything happens.
Sure, you kind of awkwardly placed it. You place it kind of mounted on the large dragon bone that Rogadar
I
and
put it on
Orskis...
on the Wolverine's back.
Alright, sure.
He's like-
Wolverine kind of kneels down,
Yeah.
and you place it on his back and sits there awkwardly, but it's wide enough to get around his birthing hips. Yeah, you get up, you get on top of it, and it feels great. A little big for you, but great.
And that's all?
Soft on your tush.
Okay.
Alright. So as the night goes on, anything else? Cortion retires to his room and begins writing in a book, kind of a journal. You see by himself, just doing his thing. Wolverbane Anything you want to do, Wolfbane, as the knight retires? Saya put the saddle on
Anything I
your
want
back
to
just
do.
to test.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah, and it
This
felt great.
This is fun. Is she riding on the saddle? Am I?
Yeah.
was wondering if
Am
something
I?
was
Am
gonna
I playing
happen.
horsey right now?
She
Well,
was curious to see if there's anything would happen. You guys are testing it out.
I cast Speak with Animals, and do a very convincing horse sound, and try and make her think that I've reverted to some kind of horse animal form.
As
I've
soon
lost
as you
my
make,
mind.
as soon as you do that, Zalthia jumps on top of you, and she begins
Oh.
biting into your neck. She just begins. She turns to you and has this frothing, this face, wild look, and she just leaps.
Still?
And what's your
Oh, what are you doing? Yeah.
what's your AC?
16.
She begins biting at you, but she can barely get. You feel her teeth kind of dig in, but it barely gets to your neck. But she gets on top of you, Zaya, kind of knocking off to the side. Just begins, just tearing at you, trying to, anyways.
It doesn't hurt, so I keep up the horse braying, but I try and buck them like a bronco.
All right. Delphine looks very concerned as to what's going on, as clearly Zalthia is disrespecting the captains of the ship. She immediately steps down and shouts, "Zalthia, what are you doing?" And Zalthia's got this crazy look in her eye. She's not even paying attention to Delphine. Continues to try to wrangle you or and eat you. And you just continue bucking her.
It hasn't hurt. It's
All right.
basically
Continue.
I'm amused at this point. It's very funny.
All right,
That
Delphine.
she is seriously trying to eat me.
Delphine walks over and just pulls Zalthia to the ground and just smacks her across the face. Just kind of snaps Zalthia out for a second. She wide-eyed looks at you, Wolfbane, with this look of fear, and turns to Rogadar and Zion like this complete disrespect of her captains. Immediately stands up, smooths herself out, in her very brooding sense. You can sense panic in her voice. She says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, captains." She pulls out her scythe and hands it to you, Wolverine. Says, "I'll die for the glory of the club." And she kind of puts her hands up and is prepared to die for the disrespect. Delphine stands back, and Prella kind of just watch at attention as they wait for your commands.
why is there something beside Josephine? Like a little pink dot?
To indicate that's the captain, the second in command.
Oh, okay, but Zalthia is the one that has
Zalthia
the
is
curse.
the crazy one.
I,
As she stares at you, she's still kind of foaming at the mouth.
I pick up the scythe and I hold it out to her pommel first. I hand it back, and I say, "I've been eaten many times before, and you were not a problem."
She takes it with a shaky hand. It's like she's got a twitch now. And she had just a small taste of horse meat. And she sheathes her sword and turns to Delphine. Delphine gives her a disappointing and angry nod, like, "Just get back to your duties." Zalthia, with her head down, returns to mounting the front harpoon gun. All right.
I is still on my back.
Silas knocked
No,
you
I was
tumbled
pushed
off.
away.
And,
Oh, okay.
there's just kind of awkward silence amongst the crew as they stand in awkwardness, waiting. Anything else you guys want to do?
It fits nice. I think I'll keep it.
Just continue wearing it on your back.
I will spend the rest of the night before I fall asleep attuning to it.
Sure.
I
Like,
will
you're actually
try to attune to it.
to like fit it to your body so you can wear it.
Well, I'm wearing it just to see if it gives me any special powers.
Okay. Sure. All right. So you retire to where you guys are going to sleep for the night. Charlton vacates the room. Zaya, where are you going to sleep? Rogadar?
Oh. Is anyone staying on the deck?
I'll sleep in my usual room. I can move myself.
How warm is it out?
It's a nice summer, nice sunny night.
Sunny night. It's a sunny night.
It's gonna be about it's gonna be warm enough to sleep outside. It's a slow gust of wind. Actually, you feel kind of a warm wind is blowing from the east, kind of east to west. It's kind of got that kind of warm blow, but you kind of make a survival check. It's just a nice warm breeze that kind of billows. It's quite strong, crosswind almost, but it's.
I think
It'd
I
be a
will
nice-
sleep
nice-
outside tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a dark corner at the front of the ship, away from the elemental, so I can see the stars better.
Sure. Salty also, retires to one of the rooms as the crew begin their night rotation. Inside, you're still outside with Wolverbane?
Yeah, I'll stay outside.
Alright, cool.
Maybe closer to the steps.
Sure.
Like in that area.
Alright. So you guys retire to your rooms, the crew as well. Lucius in one room, Rogadar another, Courtian in his third. The rest of you guys, Wolfbane and Zaya on deck. The sun, or the moon comes up, and the stars are out. It's a clear night. You can see the galaxies beyond this world, and you guys make your way towards the Hold. I already forgot how to say. All right, so as the night kind of concludes and day begins to come, Wolverbane and Zaya, you guys are awoken from your slumber. You feel a little kind of pitter patters on your face. A little bit of rain kind of wakes you. You look around and the deck is a little bit wet as it's started to rain this morning.
How does it get around the balloon?
Kind of just this crosswind is blowing this way.
Oh, so it's windy as well. Cool.
Well,
Yeah,
it's,
the wind-
It's round, so the water would drip around the bottom and then fall off into the
But-
center of the ship.
The same kind of crosswind
Man,
that you felt
guys.
with Wolverbane kind of during the day is still persistent. It's getting a little chillier though. It's got a little colder. Nizroth is up top deck again with Delphine, and they have a little somewhat of a concerned look on their face, and they have another chart out, and they're kind of charting our route.
Anything you say that
I go
can
over to
catch
them.
that would be
Sure.
interesting.
Lucius, have you been up for? You have been up already, or?
I mean, I would have slept for 4 hours and then got up. So yeah.
Okay.
Like what time of night are they waking up to the rain?
We'll say like early, maybe about 4 a.m., 3:30. It's still like kind of really early morning.
Yeah, okay, I'd definitely be up by then.
So the sun hasn't gone up yet. It's kind of, you see the moon kind of dropping in the distance. Right? The first light of day would probably be breaching soon. Delphine and Nizroth are discussing. They see you guys approach, and they're kind of looking off to the east. Let me bring you back to the world map. You hear them over talking about the weather, basically. A storm is approaching from the east, from over the high forest. Nizroth says to Delphine, if we press on here, it might be a little bit dangerous. The ship is strong and well fortified, but a storm of this size, I fear for our balloon. It's not the strongest, it's the weakest point of the ship. And without that, we're dead. And Delphine shakes her head, and she sees you guys approach. She says, captains, come. And she guides you towards the map. She points, says, a strong storm is approaching from the east. Getting to Neander's Hold might be a little bit difficult. They're approaching rapidly from the Lost Peaks, and Nizroth is certain we could probably make it, but it might be a risk. We can try to go around and backtrack, but the call is up to you. You are the captains of the ship. What would you have us do?
Can we land somewhere safe and wait it out?
there's a small outpost, small little, hardly a town, I would call. They call it Calling Horns, just northwest of Noanner's Hold. We could stop there, or we could stop in a field and wait it out. Nizroth kind of butts in and says, we should probably resupply. We're low on a few things, and maybe we can find some supplies in Calling Horn.
Why didn't we resupply when we were in Beliard? We just left.
They look at each other, a little embarrassed, and says, she coughs on her breath and says, we may have stayed a little bit too long at the Watchful Night, and forgot to restock. It's Laz's job. I will tell Laz that you wish to discipline him.
I mean, all of you guys. I mean, if Clouth is looking right now, I don't think he's very proud of this situation.
She stands up, she says, you are right. I will throw myself off the deck of this ship immediately.
I don't think he'll be happy with that either. You need to stay on the ship, though.
She looks at you, look confused, like, conflicted.
I mean, what I mean is basically no more party. You resupply and you get back on the ship, and that's it.
For the glory of Clouth, no more partying. We will resupply at our next.
Delphine, if I am not mistaken, Noanar's Hold is closer to us than Calling Horns. Why do you believe it's safe to go to Calling Horns but not to Noanar's Hold?
Nizroth butts in and says, this storm is rapidly approaching. It'll be over Noanar's Hold before it hits Calling Horn. I would advise either going around the long way, but if we are to ride out this storm, I would prefer to do it on the ground.
How far is Calling Horn from Noanar's Hold?
A few hours, perhaps. We can half a day at most.
If we walk it.
If we walk it?
Yeah, is it like really far? Oh, okay, that's multiple days. Never mind.
It's about a day on foot.
Why don't we land in Calling Horns, restock, wait out the storm, and then we'll head over there.
That's right.
Nizroth says to you, rest assured, we probably could make it to Noanar's Hold. Noanar's Hold. It's really up to you. It is my job as the engineer of the ship to give you the risks.
Is Lucius around?
Yeah,
Or he's still in his room?
I was literally just talking to the guy.
Oh, sorry.
He says, it's my job to give you the risks of the routing,
I'll say.
but you are the captains.
Well, we're in no rush, so let's stop at Calling Horns.
I need to finish my sleep. I was woken up by the rain, so I will leave the decision to you guys.
He says, well, if you wish to go back to sleep, we will divert this airship to Calling Horn away from the storm and death, and we should be there around mid-morning.
While I disagree with Zaya's assessment that we aren't in a rush, I also can understand that were we to lose our airship due to the storm, that would certainly slow down our cause, so if you feel it's safest to land in Calling Horns, then we can do so.
It's the least worst decision.
But the least exciting. So Delphine nods at you guys and begins charting and kind of spins the ship a little bit more northward. And that's that. You guys go back to bed, I presume. Wolverine goes down below deck as to not get wet as the rain is starting to pick up a bit more. You guys go back below deck, and unless Lucius, you want to do anything?
I've already slept, so I'm just gonna stay up, chill on the deck.
Sure.
Enjoy the fact that it's not sunny out.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be one of those cloudy days.
Keep an eye on the storm.
All right. Okay, so, well, I guess I'll just take back the world map then. You guys, the rest of you guys, all of you, the rest of you anyways, wake up. You hear the sounds of pitter-patter against the hold, against the ship, and against your portholes. You kind of look outside. It's not a sunny day. Those of you on the east side of the ship, you can see giant storm clouds are over the high forest. You see a few flashes of lightning. And you can hear the soft rolling of thunder in the distance. You can feel, sort of in the pit of your stomach, the slow descent of, or the sudden descent rather, of the Grim as it begins to make its way down towards the ground. And a moment later, you feel the familiar thud as the skis of the ship touch down and skid a bit against the ground. And you find yourselves on the ground. And you are awake. Be
How
awake.
long will it take to resupply? How long do you think before the storm will pass?
Nisroth says, half a day? By the afternoon, it should have passed. I believe it's going to be heading southwest. Based on my calculations, it should pass too close to Collinghorn. And once it's beyond Norner's holds, we can quickly backtrack. But by lunchtime, I'm sure we'll be past. We can reevaluate then, though.
All right.
Alright, so you guys wake up. You guys go top deck and you see the crew are all there. Or Lucius is there. And you find yourself kind of plopped down in a field, and just beyond the field is a very tiny, almost outpost. A few cottage-looking buildings, but standing in the middle of it is a large 3-story structure. It looks to be like an inn of some sorts, like a roadside inn.
So, where do we deliver the saddle to?
This Norner's hold? This wasn't really what I was expecting.
Yeah, I thought it was by the woods. Where are the trees?
Where the forest at?
Oh.
There was a storm coming in from the east, and the crew advised us that the safest thing to do would be to stock up at Collinghorn before heading there.
So, we get to go into another town. Cool.
Is this horse meat related?
We should only be here for a handful of hours before the storm passes. I would not get too comfortable.
It doesn't look like a place worth getting too comfortable. Don't think you could even do so. I'm looking over at the... Yeah, I feel like it looks pretty grim to me, right? Looks pretty empty.
Well, you are on the Grim, so it does look like the Grim as you're standing on the Grim. No, but it looks well made. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't run that place. It's obviously it looks to be like some sort of, again, a small outpost thing, town. Well made cottages, quite well off looking. It actually looks quite rich, almost. Not rich, but it's not run down. Well maintained, and it's plopped right in the center, according to your maps, on the Evermore Way and the Jundar's Pass. It's situated nicely between this, a high traffic area.
Okay.
And you spotted some villagers out and about, but it is raining a bit now, so not very many people are out. It's kind of gloomy.
I turn to the others and I say, are we going to bother getting off and exploring, or are we just going to wait here for the storm to pass?
I'm afraid if we get off and explore, we're going to spend 2 days here.
Good. Well, then let's all sit tight and wait for the storm to pass.
Can I peek out and look to see if I see something that I want to share and find interesting?
Sure,
about
make
it?
a perception check. At which point the crew, Laz comes up top deck. He looks a little embarrassed at this. Delphine gives him an angry look, and he says, "Noble captains, I shall be back. I'm going to take Charles with me, and we're going into town, and perhaps Perla, to gather some supplies for the Grim. Do not worry, we'll be back before you know it, and we will be well stocked going forward. From now on, no more drinking at inns."
Do you guys all trust them to get the
And he
food
bows
supplies
deeply.
by themselves?
Do you
You're-
guys... It
you're
only
welcome-
takes you 3 people?
Well, I can take the rest of the... Shh. Nisroth, why don't you come with me? And Nisroth's like, oh, yes, of course. And Delphine just stares at each one of them, the 4 of them, and Lass is like, oh, well, perhaps we should take Zelthiel with us. Zelthiel's like, okay, sure, if you want me to. Now Delphine looks at all the crew members who are now awkwardly disembarking. Leaving just
How
Delphine.
long did they say they were going to be?
They said it wouldn't take. They'll be back before. He just said, "We'll be back before you know it."
I'd
Should
play.
I go
we,
and just
we
make
always
sure
play that
there's-
trick. Come on, I know that one.
Should I follow them to make sure they're on task?
Can we
Trust
change
them.
characters to be them, and now we're playing as
Sure. Yeah, you totally could. You want to? You want to assign yourselves? People be my guest.
them? I feel like they're too easy to die, and we just get killed.
Well, I mean, just don't get in a fight.
I don't know.
Well, that's perfect. We have 5 characters
Well,
going.
I mean-
5 crew members.
I can also transform someone into like an animal that can carry supplies, and we can tag along and bring back stuff.
I don't mind role playing as one of them.
If you guys want, it will give you a nice. You guys will have a closer bond to your crew members. You'll care about them a little more. Well, if you guys want to do that, yeah, we can do that.
It's up to you guys. I'm good either way.
If anything, like I think I'm gonna follow them because I want to make sure they don't buy only horse meat or like do something stupid in town.
I'm going to. Okay. Lucius turns to the others and says, "Actually, I've just had a thought. We
Oh.
are all still. We're all still down to check out what the fire giants are looking for in the Evermoors. Is that correct?"
Yes.
Hmm.
After Noana's heart hold and after going to the grandfather tree, though, that's still the point, right?
Sure. However, I could inquire of my contact here to see whether there are any agents in the area that might be willing to help us in the hunt.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you figure that they would be here?
The Zentarum are everywhere, whether you know it or not.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Hmm.
But yes, I think that maybe we should go into town and keep an eye on our crew members here. Make sure they're not getting up to they're buying the things that we need them to buy.
I like that idea. And then I hop and I follow.
Even though they're not using your money to do it.
If I gotta stay on the ship with them for next 5 months, I want to make sure I'm not eating just horse meat.
That's right. See, you were worried too there for a second, right? Okay, I go off and I follow the crew.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna just see what you buy and stuff. I'm just gonna be right here.
They nod and say, Laz says, well, it's great to have a nice outing with our captains. And
Well,
look at this.
also-
Look at this crew bonding we're having. This is just great.
So are we walking with them?
Yeah, they wait for you guys. As a nice group, you walk with these dragon cultists into town. It's not very incognito at all.
I've also stated that I put up my Sortal costumes before because I didn't know we were gonna come here. I had thought we were going to Noana's hold, so I guess I'm still wearing my other costume right now.
All right. And Wolverbane also says, well, yeah, I can tag along, as he's stuffing his face with breakfast and chewing awkwardly in people's ears. Rogadar, are you going to join these guys? Or?
Yeah, if everyone's going, why not?
All right, well, turns out everyone's decided to go to Collinghorn, and this is going to turn into a mess. So
You just had to have a storm come through.
So 10 people, 10 individuals have disembarked the ship, leaving the ship in the hands of Delphine. And you guys make your way to the town. As you enter, get close again. The rain starts to pick up a little bit more. It's not quite like torrential or anything, but it's a good strong drizzle. Getting closer to Collinghorn, it is again a small outpost. Just not many cottages that line the road. No farms or anything, but there's a large establishment that looks to be an inn, and there's a small general store that's you want the crew kind of walk towards. They seem to be on track and don't want to disrespect you again. Over the next little bit, they enter the store and begin shopping, buying all sorts of goods, both food related, a string of different types of foods, cheese, vegetables, as well as a few repair tools and some nails and some things they can use to repair the ship. Just some general goods that they needed. And it's quite a bit of stuff, actually. They're kind of just pay for all this stuff and slowly hauling it back to the ship back and forth. It's quite a bit of crap they're holding.
Anything interesting at the general store?
As it is just a kind of wayward passing for travelers between Yartar and Everlands or Beliard. It's just just your standard goods that one would find. But generally, it's pretty uneventful, as the crew seem to be doing their job.
Okay, I separate from the group and I find, through whatever means, the criminal contact in the town, using my criminal contact feature.
Sure.
And I inquire as to whether there are any known agents, Zentarum agents, sort of in the region.
So you walk around and you see a handful of kids kind of splashing in some pools of water that have kind of collected on the side of the road. One of them's a tiny little looking child, almost got a cloak and a hood up, and just running around splashing. Through your means of contact and whatnot, and however you do it, you've determined that this individual is your contact. This almost child-looking thing running around and splashing in puddles and twirling around in the rain.
I walk up to the child and, pretending to be far more friendly than I am, I sort of, because I see that it's a he or a she.
You can't tell if the hood's up.
Right.
Just by
when I kind of approach though, see the face, can I tell?
They're looking down, but just from its demeanor, you can see long hair, so you presume it's a female.
Okay. And she's playing with other children, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to come up kind of with a smile on my face, pretending to be, completely different than I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of bend down, squat down and lean on my knees and be like, "Excuse me, could I have a word with you for a few moments?"
She stops playing. The children kind of awkwardly look at you. Some of them shy away. This child looks at you and pulls her hood back, and you can see she's a really old-looking halfling that was just playing with the children. This time she's like, "Oh, why are you talking to me like I'm a child? How dare you? Have some respect for your elders. Children, don't talk to strangers. This man is strange."
I stand up and I kind of, brush my robe off and I say, "I apologize, ma'am. But still, I would like to have a word with you apart from the children, if you would."
She sighs and...
It concerns business.
She narrows her wrinkly eyes. She says, "Children, go away. I've got business to attend to." Something that's this really strong demeanor. And she kind of pulls her cloak around her a bit more, pulls her hood up, and as she does, you can see that kind of inside her cloak are lined with daggers. She's kind of hiding them a bit, but she does kind of a little bit so that she can showcase them a little bit, just so you see them, just a little taste of what she has in store. She says, "All right, you want to talk business? Let's talk business."
I need to know if my name is Lucius Galanadel. I'm a Viper in the Zentarum, and I need to know if there are any of my organization's agents in this region that you are aware of.
"There's none in Calling Horn. I've gotten rid of them all." And she actually flashes her dagger a bit. She says, "I'm not afraid to shake a man. I've killed many people in my time. I don't need them in my town."
Yes, congratulations and all. Nonetheless, are you aware of any Zentarum agents within anywhere along the Evermore Way? Not necessarily within Callinghorn.
She kind of loosens her shoulder like she's getting ready to fight. Sorry, just 1 second. She kind of just points up the Evermore, eastwards toward Everland, and says, Near the Silverwood is another small establishment of a town. Ours is nicer, but it's called Olostein's Hold.
Do you have the means to get a message there?
I could. Yes, I could.
I am willing to pay.
All right. A message on a piece of parchment? To
That is-
Olostein's Hold?
That is correct. However, you must make sure that it does not fall into any hands except the Zentarim's. Is that understood?
She now kind of opens her cloak, and you see daggers, and you see potions, vials of green, disgusting liquids, clearly poisons. She just says, "Let them come at me. I'm ready for a fight."
You'll be taking the letter yourself then.
Of course. I could have used a little exercise for a little bit of gold.
And how much would you consider your services worth?
I'll do it for 5 golds.
Seems fair. 5 gold it is.
Where shall I meet you for this letter? These children bore me. I try to pretend that I'm having fun, but it's not like the grand adventures of old. I need to get out of here.
If you are willing to wait or play with the children for 5 minutes, I can have the letter written and ready for you to deliver.
You can find me in Callinghorn. I'll be there, warming up. She points to the large inn-looking tavern that's basically situated in the center of this town, right on the road.
Very well, the inn it is.
And she saunters off.
And then just so we can fast track this, I write a letter that basically says it relays the information about the fire giants in the Evermoors. And particularly, it's kind of framed in the idea that like we may have a new lead on the giant Titan thing. I forget its name, and I don't have my notes open.
The Vodendod.
The Vodendod, yeah, we may have a new lead on the Vodendod. Basically says like I'm traveling with some companions investigating the giants. It might be an opportunity for us to finally find it. If this interests you, gather as many as you can and meet me in the Evermoors in a couple of days, or in like maybe a week, however long I think it would be to travel to the places we're going first.
Insert length here. Convenient length here.
Insert
Like how much
convenient.
Lucius thinks, or how much Lucius thinks it's gonna take for Torque, because that's completely different.
How much Lucius thinks with some generous buffer for how stupid my party is.
All right, perfect. Okay, so at what point you head towards Callinghorn? Wolverbane, just to recap you, all the crew
I was
members.
listening.
Oh, okay, so you guys are in town.
And I was munching, eating loudly in someone's ear.
Yeah, and so as you guys, anything you guys want to do in town, yes, the day goes by, the crew are doing their job and are not diverting from their path and do it quite stoutly. Wolverbane, at some point, as you walk through the town, there's not much in this town. Again, very few people are out and about. The odd person here and there, and you see the odd caravan moving down the Evermore towards Yartar. There's a couple of dogs approaching Wolverbane. They're out and frolicking in the rain, and one approaches you, Wolverbane, and lies on its back and asks you for it to rub its belly, all muddy and gross as it rolls around in the water.
Yeah, I'll rub its belly, and I'll speak with animals.
All right, we can cast Speak with Animals. There's let's see. Okay, so yeah, it rolls on its back, and another kind of dog. They look well off. They don't look like strays per se, but it looks a little jealously at the other one as it.
I'll rub all the bellies.
All right,
All the bellies.
You rub one belly,
Yeah,
the other one comes
doggies.
over. All right, you speak with animals,
Yeah. Does that feel good? Does that feel good?
so you can understand what they say, right? As they're
And they can understand me.
okay. So you say that, and who's with Wolverbane right now? I guess.
I was with everybody, wasn't I? Other than
Yeah,
Lucius,
but I
who
mean,
went
you guys
off.
were kind of dispersing. Lucius is not there.
I would have
Crew
walked
members-
off.
The crew members are off, kind of doing their thing. They're kind of near the ship as they're putting some stuff on the ship. Rogadar, you're off doing something.
My usual thing. I'm seeing if I can find the half-star place, just because, you know.
Why not?
I got nothing else to do in town.
An investigation check. Zaya, anything?
I probably would have stayed with Zaya, so wherever she went, I was
I'm
Okay.
following the crew.
wandering around. Is Cortion with us too?
Yeah, I figure unless somebody's requesting my services, if anybody were to know that a cleric of the Grave Domain was in town of Kalimdor.
Yeah. Okay. So Lucius, you're heading towards the Calling Horn. Rogadar, you're out looking for the half star. The crew kind of bought a bunch of stuff and are heading back, or near the ship now, kind of offloading it with the intention of going back for more that they paid for. So we'll say Wolverine, Rogadar, and Zaya, you guys are just kind of on the outskirts of town, between the town and the airship, just doing your thing. And Wolverine, you're there rubbing their bellies, scratching them, and you speak with animals. And what do you say to them?
How's this feel? Does this feel good?
Yeah, and just as they're as the one's on his back, he says, "You guys watch Wolverine's barking to these dogs. These dogs are kind of barking back." And Wolverine says to you, "It says, it says to you, I have your scent. You can't escape me. I will have you, Wolverine." And you watch as this dark, kind of purplish smoke billows from the dog's mouth and from both of them. Their eyes begin to turn glowing red,
The fuck?
and their bodies begin to swell. And the voice of Golgodon says to you, "You shall be mine." And the bodies begin to transform.
I grab my great sword.
And I'm like, what are you doing? What's wrong?
Do we see that?
Yeah, you watch as these dogs are barking back to Wolverine's barks, but their bodies begin to swell. Let me just give me a moment here.
Cordial, worried, or is that?
Well, this was legitimately unexpected.
Their bodies, begin to tear and rip. Their flesh almost begins to pale out as the cloud of dark energy you've seen before Wolverine encompasses them. Their fangs protrude outwards, and large spines kind of burst out like bone from the backs all the way down and come out to their tail, which now extends outward with a large reddish bulb at the end, a sort of point, a pincer almost. They turn to these large beasts right in front of you. You step
How
back,
many
grab
is
your
there?
the two
Okay.
that he's petting. You grab your axe, and they both stand up. And
Oh, I have a sword now. I have a great sword.
oh, great sword, yes.
Grab my great sword.
All right, we're gonna say you are here, you are here, you are here,
Oh my
and
gosh.
these beasts.
Guys,
Oh, sorry, it's not Wolverine.
So-
It's not Rogadar. It's Court.
Yeah, Rogadar's in town right now.
All right. Let's put them here, and there's one here.
oh my god, 2 of them?
Oh, there's 2 of them. There was
Ah.
two. There's 2 doggies that came.
So how far away is this from town? Just
So the town again is really small. You guys are pretty much on the just outskirts. Rogadar, you could probably make it there in about a turn to the edge of the map, if you dashed. Lucius,
But he doesn't know about it yet.
yeah,
Yep.
and Lucius, I'm going to say for the purpose of this, you've entered the inn. If that's okay with you.
Sure, this is not in the inn though, right?
No, it's on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, so I'm out of this completely.
the town is small. You could easily, if notified, you could make it back. I mean, you have a pretty far range with your shots, so you could be standing on the other side.
That is true.
He gets up on a roof and just.
All right, well, let us begin. I'm going to put you guys in a turn order, and I'm going to need some initiative rolls here real quick. Stand by.
I
All right.
I can't click. Oh, wait.
All right, you guys are good to go.
Oh wow.
oh wow, that's my best initiative in forever.
Mine too.
All right. I'm just opening my Dungeon Masters or my manual here because I forgot to be prepared.
Guys, this town is stupid.
I look at my hands because I was rubbing their bellies and I'm like, what have I done to them?
You just hear this kind of quiet laughter. It's almost like Golgadon is mocking you, Wolverine. Changing these beasts.
Do you guys hear that voice? Do you hear that laughter? I'm not going insane,
Dude.
am I?
No, it's just in Wolverine's head.
Morbin, what have you done, man? What did you do to these dogs?
It's
His
him.
hands are cursed.
It's him. He's back.
All right.
Yes, I'm playing the pronoun game.
Okay, so top of the turn order, Zaya.
I will first of all, Ragnar and Lucius, please help. You need to come now outside of town. It's kind of urgent.
What
And then-
happened?
Yeah. Just come. You'll see by yourself. It's kind of urgent. And I'm gonna cast a nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna use.
Oh, crap,
I'm gonna cast hypnotic pattern. Kind of like I guess.
Ooh, that's a
like,
cool spell.
Yeah, a little in between them, but behind. I don't want to hit Wolverine. It's a 30-foot cube, but I want to catch both of them in it.
All right, so I'll make a wisdom saving throw for them.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. (24) and 22.
Ah, They both make their save,
All right.
so I'm gonna move 25 feet back.
All right.
I want to move away from them. So is it 5 feet per?
All right. Yeah, it's 5 feet. This is a sort of battle map. As you move back, and
Ah.
just to confirm this, I just want to make sure if something has a reach melee attack, they can do an opportunity attack at this point, right?
Yes, when
Yeah.
you leave 10 feet of them.
If it has a 15-foot range, does that count for you?
It's always the same principle. Whenever you leave their attack range,
Okay. Zaya, as you leave their attack range, they
But
both.
I was behind Wolverine, so do I get like some kind of cover?
Have cover.
You'll say you'll get cover from one of them. The other one is to the left of Wolverine. His tail whoops out. Basically, their tails shoot outwards. These large barbs come towards you. The first one, we'll say the one that gives you, we'll say 3/4 cover because you're tiny. So you get a +5 to your AC on this one.
Okay, I hope it's enough.
10 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
The other one 20 to hit.
Ugh, that hits.
As the stinger comes shooting outwards, doing. Can I have some of your dice, please?
Sorry, we need to share dice.
You should pass
That's a
it
lot of dice.
through the screens.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
die.
Everybody.
Doing 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, they're poisonous
Oh
tails.
no. Okay, that's a 9.
As you try to make your way, you make it 5 feet, just out of the range before you feel the barb hit you, and so you got here. The barb hit you. Immediately, the poison seep into your body. Your tiny little body cannot fight against this. As you're being poisoned, you feel your body slow down, and the poison takes and seizes your muscles, and you become paralyzed.
Woo! So can you? Okay, I'll look it up. Well, I guess it's. Can I talk?
Paralysis, I believe, is considered incapacitated. I don't think you can speak. I think you can like mumble, move your eyes.
Can I play music with my? Can I whistle?
Let me double check here real quick. When you're paralyzed, you're considered incapacitated and can't move or speak. So you can move your eyeballs, but you immediately kind of just your jaw locks up.
Can I wink inspiration?
No, you're facing the wrong way. You're facing away from your members. All right. Next up, Rogadar.
So I could do something if it doesn't. Like I could do something if it's not vocal or somatic.
You can't move. You need a material. I mean, you can't move or talk, so you can't really do much.
So it's not a poison that made her paralyzed. Paralysis is its own effect. Poison is its own effect.
Yeah, it's like 2 effects.
Okay.
Rogadar, you hear over the earpiece Zaya was saying something, but then suddenly you hear like a little, and then the voice stops. And she was kind of.
Well, that was strange. I look back in the direction. I can't see them from where I am right now.
Yeah, let me say you're kind of in town. You were investigating. By the way, you didn't find anything in town. You didn't find a half star.
Of course. I need to get better at this. Alright, so I'm gonna jog to the end.
You're gonna jog towards the end?
Yeah, well, towards the edge of town, wherever they're from.
Sure. Yeah.
How far does 30 feet get me? If that doesn't get me far enough, I'll use my action to dash, I guess.
Yeah. If you dashed, you would be able to be in range. You'd be able to see them anyways. Kind of edge of the map.
Okay, how far away-ish?
We'll say we'll plop you down. They're kind of north of town. If you come from the northeast, we'll pop you in the bottom left corner.
Sorry, give me a second. Does the measure tool work?
No, negative. I never fixed this.
Okay. So I'm kind of too far away to get there. I'll just throw up.
Yep.
Firebolt at that one there.
Sure. What's the range on Firebolt?
120 feet.
Yeah, okay, easy.
Oh wait, and maybe I should get there actually.
Well, you dashed. To get to that point, you need to dash.
Yeah, I know. I'll just use my action surge to move another 30 feet.
Okay, sounds good. Wolverbane, you see Rogadar's running just with its glaive. Zaya's pegged from behind you. What do you want to do?
I use my bonus to rage.
All right.
Grab my great sword,
right.
and I'm right in the middle of both of them. I'm going to swing away at the one on the east.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
I will use what is it called? Reckless attack.
Okay.
I'll reckless attack them with my great sword, and I'll say. So that's 22.
Yep, that hits.
I get to re-roll that. Wait, I get to re-roll both dice. I get to re-roll both dice, so I might as well just. So it's a 14 damage.
Yep. All right.
First one. As I attack him, as I swing down, I say, "Why won't you leave me alone?" And I swing in again for a second attack.
All right. And each hit it kind of just cascades this bluish, purplish smoke off its body.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
For 15 damage.
Yep. Okay. It is now the one to the west's turn. It's with this drooping kind of mouth of drool and just help me with these words, guys. I can't speak. Ferocity. There we go. It bites at you. 23 to hits.
That does hit.
And it does. Jeez, I don't have enough dice.
Still?
You don't have enough dice.
Of a type, I mean, give or take. Let's go show it.
It's only got 1d100.
Just roll some d4s instead of the d6s. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It all works out.
And doing it was with advantage because you are recklessly
Yeah,
attacking.
you hit me. You hit me already.
I was making sure there's not a natural 20 in there, but it hits you for 24 points of piercing damage as it bites into you, and as it does, clamps its maw onto you.
I'm going to Stone's Endurance that. Flex
Alright.
real hard. And reduce the damage.
All right. And as it does that, it swings its tail around.
And I take 0 damage.
What? Really?
Yep.
Oh, half damage plus. Okay, wow. As it bites its you over Bane, you flex up and you almost press its maw off of you. Its tail swings around and pierces that Cortsion.
How dare you?
Oh, it dares. 17 to hit.
AC?
Yep.
Sorry, 1 sec. It does not hit.
Wow. You bring your shield up just in time as it bounces off and it leaves this greenish residue on your shield that just soaks.
It's covered with cloth, so it's probably just all soaking in.
Yeah.
That's gross.
All right, Cortsion, it's your turn.
Do I need to remove that cloth? Is it like caustic? Do I have to worry about it?
I'm sure if you don't touch it, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Just don't lick it; it'll be fine.
First thing I'm gonna do, does my sense of undead go off? Are these undead or are they demons?
They're
I guess I'll just ask, are they undead?
no.
And then both of them are in range of me right now. Like if I were to move, I'd get hit by both of them.
Well, you'd be moving within their attack range, so you wouldn't get hits. It's only when you move out of their attack range to the attack. So you can say you'd be able to safely move within their range.
But also, they've already used their reaction.
But it's not an action, right? It's a reaction.
Yeah. So the other one recharged his reaction because he had his turn, I believe, right?
Oh, right.
So which one would hit me? Would both of them hit me? I gotta ask them.
So if you were trying to leave, only the one to the west would get an opportunity attack.
Okay. And casting magic, same thing, right? They get, because I'm in their range, I would get hit by them.
No, I mean you have to move out of their attack range. So as long as you don't move away from them from range like 5 feet in front of them or 15 feet in front of them, you stay within that 10-foot range, you're safe.
I thought magic. I'm not gonna question that one. Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, if you make a ranged attack roll in their reach, you would have disadvantage on it.
Disadvantage. Okay. I'm gonna. I'm pulling out a little bit of my Kellenvor brand holy water, sprinkle it on Wolverine, myself, and Zaya.
Can you reach Zaya from there?
It's got range of 30, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got a range.
are you spitting on me? This is no time for that.
It's still raining. It's still raining a little bit. But
Do I
yeah,
feel any
you feel a
better?
little splash. And Zaya feels nothing.
You don't feel better, but the next roll that you get a D4
Okay.
Damage
for the next
or...
minute. Attack roll and saving throws.
Oh, wow, that's nice. All right, anything else, Cortsion?
Nope. I'm not gonna move.
Lucius, you've entered the Calling Horn Inn. It's quite a nice little establishment.
Yeah, I listen to the thing over the earpiece, and I casually ignore it and look around for the contact.
Yeah, you see the feisty halfling. She's actually talking to a tall female human dressed in noble clothing. They have very nice clothing, maybe commissioned from Waterdeep. And they're kind of just having a discussion. Your contact sees you, and she's got her hood up still, but her cloak tightly pressed around her so as to not reveal her interiors. And she quickly saunters
Her
over to you.
interiors.
She saunters over to you and says, "Well, I'm ready to go. I'm done with these children. They don't offer me the same excitement."
I pull the letter out of my cloak and hand it to her, as well as 5 gold pieces.
Five gold in our party. Very well. I shall have this delivered to... And she whispers, in Olstein's hold. I don't know, 2 days or so. I'm fast on my feet. It shouldn't take me long. You have my word. It'll get there.
It is much appreciated, and I will be sure to speak well of you to them, of your service.
Don't even mention my name. In fact, you don't even know my name. I've killed enough Zentarum in this town to last me a lifetime. I don't
need to know your name.
Good. Please don't tell them who I am or what I've done.
I just kind of... I give her like a sideways look because like she keeps going on about how she's killed Zentarum. She knows I'm a Zentarum.
Yeah.
She hasn't made any move to try and kill me.
Nope.
So I just kind of
It's a little
eye
weird.
her warily. The only reason I'm not more angry is because I kind of don't believe her story.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make an insight. I'm gonna make an insight check.
There we go. I was waiting for that one.
Because I think she's full of it. My insight's terrible though. That's why I never do this. 1.
Wow.
It's the daggers and the vials of poison that give her off. You know, she's trying to hide it and whatnot, and she's quite feisty. So you get the sense that maybe she would kill a man if she had to. Whether there's a term or not, it's clear she does look like she knows how to kill someone.
Is
Maybe
Lucius
maybe
the poor judge of character? Is that his flaw?
I just kind of shake my head and say, whatever. Just make sure the letter gets to its destination.
And she just kind of narrows her eyes at you. Okay. And just brushes up the door. At which point the noble lady is kind of looking at you strangely and sizing you up and down. Anything else you want to do?
I mean, that's my action. Okay. I will continue on the next round.
Roger that. At which point this creature bites Wolverbane. The second creature bites Wolverbane. Still with advantage because you are still reckless. 24 to hit. Doing. So let me bring this up here. Interesting. Wolverbane, is your weapon magical?
I just bought a regular greatsword.
Okay, so it's not. So it's actually resistant to non-magical. So I'm gonna take back half that damage you did to it. But it bites you for 16 points of piercing damage. It's real quick. How much damage did you do to this
16.
thing? You did 14 and 15. So I'm gonna bring back 7. 7 and I guess 7 again. All right. And at which point it swings its tail again around to Cortion, who's busy, but we're going to hit him anyways. Cortion, I'm going to smack you. 24 to hit this time. Nope, sorry. It was 25 to hit. As I presume it hits Cortion, doing 9 points of piercing damage to you, Cortion, as it the barb manages to find its way through your armor. A chink in your armor. I would like a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Plus my blessing. Get blessed upon, friend.
So the blessing only lasts.
Oh. Probably doesn't matter.
Oh.
Critical bless.
The blessing, you feel it impale you, and you look for Kalimvor for guidance. With the blessing of Kalimvor, you feel the scales of justice tip not in your favor. As you feel your body begin to seize up as you are now poisoned and paralyzed.
Dang, it must be like 15 saving throw or something.
Saya,
I'm alone.
Well, I'm
you're paralyzed. You can make the saving throw again at the end of your turn if you wish.
Well, there's literally nothing I can do during my turn. So
You can blink. Do you want to blink?
I'm gonna blink.
You blink furiously, and it burns your eyelids. You take 1 point of fire damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have to remove one hit? Okay, so I do my Constitution saving throw plus a D4, which will do nothing. Oh wait!
Hey,
No, that's not a
There you.
one.
Oh yeah, in that case, yeah, you're screwed.
I will not use my D4 because it's not gonna succeed.
All right, you struggle a little bit, Zaya, and that's that.
That's
Rogadar, you watch your companion start to be seized up, and Wolverbane's in the midst of it all. These two large beasts.
Wait! No! I can do something!
Okay.
I have an item! It's my necklace. Hold on, I need to open my... I knew I have something that can help me. I have an item called... my magic pendant necklace with a red gem from Marta and Dune, and I can roll advantage. Oh wait, never mind. It's not gonna. Actually, do I reroll? No, it's just advantage. In this case, this thing I rolled
Could you even use it?
on a
Do you
saving
even
throw.
use an item?
Well, it's a part of.
Using things weird.
It's a magic item that I have attuned to, and it gives me.
I would say you have to be unparalyzed to use it. It's not. Maybe it's like maybe.
Yeah, I don't
use it.
know.
Well, it
But
depends.
Because
Like
it's
if
a
it's
saving
if it's
throw.
a
Is it
passive
an automatic thing?
if it's a passive effect, then
Yeah.
you would
It's-
not have to use it.
I would say it's a passive effect of wearing the item.
So do I reroll or would I have to
Sure,
say it before?
you can re-roll it.
Does it give you advantage on saving
It
throws?
gives me advantage on a saving throw once a day if I use it, which I've never used so far. So
All right, go for it.
okay.
But you already used. We're gonna. Yeah. All right. Okay, Rogadar, you watch as Zaya struggles and then struggles again even more.
It's 13, right?
No, I re-rolled, so it's
there goes the other
3.
person who crashed.
Yeah, but you have advantage.
Good.
No, it's a 3. She got a 3.
Yeah, she rolled one roll
Oh,
and
for
determined she had advantage
Oh, okay.
and rolled again.
Rogadar, go for it.
Okay. Let's see. So, I can move up to there.
All right.
So he's right on my 10-foot reach then,
Yeah.
and I'm going to start swinging away.
All right.
28,
That hits.
11.
Yeah.
Natural
Oh,
1.
Wow.
That one just kind of it takes its pincer tail and just smacks your glaive away.
And then I'll enter ready stance
Okay.
with my bonus.
Okay. Wolverbane.
What's that red dot?
Just remind me that you attacked recklessly.
Okay, so it's gone now.
Nope, no dead.
Okay. I won't attack recklessly. I will just attack twice.
Okay.
I'll go to the guy on the. I'll go to this one.
Okay.
Says he's close.
Sure.
2 attacks. First one's an 8.
Miss.
Second one's a 15.
That does hit.
1d4 would not help in that situation. It's fine. So I reroll that. I reroll one of the d6s. So it's and I had 3, so 17 damage.
All right.
Non-magical.
All right. So that's 17. So that's 16. 8.
As I'm swinging, I say, "How did you even find me?" Ah!
At which point it's the beast that now you're attacks back at you and says, "I've tasted your flesh. I have your scent. I will hunt you to the ends of this earth. You will be mine." And it's gonna bite you, Wolverine.
If you like it, why don't you put a ring on it?
Natural 20.
No.
Well, that's bad. That is really bad. I can take a picture of it if you don't believe me.
Wait, you to do what?
Oh, it's biting. It's attacking Wolverine with a natural 20. That's gonna
Because
be.
I get an ability
Oh.
as a reaction though. I don't know if I can use it when I'm
You're
paralyzed.
paralyzed. You can't do much, man. Wow, that's a lot of dice I'm gonna have to roll here. Good thing I don't have to have them all. I'm just gonna hit it on roll 20. That's not right. It bites you, Wolverine, as you say that. Put a ring on it. It puts its jaw around you. It just clamps around you on your shoulders and just presses inwards. And it does 48 points of piercing damage. It crushes you.
So 24. But I will use my reaction and spend a superiority dice
Okay.
to parry it and reduce the damage. Roll. Actually, I don't even think I have dexterity.
In addition, it's,
No, I don't have dexterity. So minus 3, so that's 20, 21,
21. Yeah.
21 damage.
And then it swings its tail around Wolverine and pegs you with its tail stinger. 25 to hits.
That hits.
doing 6 points of piercing damage. So
Okay.
3 points as you take, and Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Cortion,
I got
yeah,
a 20.
it hits you, but it barely penetrates through your thick, furry Wolverine skin, and you quickly pull it out of it and just toss it to the side, and it snarls at you. It almost sounds like a laugh. Cortion, paralyzed, stuck, and watching your companion die before you.
I don't think I can do anything lying down like I am.
You're standing there. You're not prone. You're just paralyzed.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh, sweet Constitution save. I'm going to.
I rolled
I
the
guess
wrong. I rolled the wrong thing. I pressed Constitution instead of Constitution saving throw,
Okay,
so it would have been natural 20.
perfect.
Oh, is there a difference between those? I didn't even know.
I get extra proficiency in Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Apparently.
I think the only thing I can do at this moment is roll
Okay.
saving throw. It's Constitution.
Yep. Constitution saving.
Suck it.
Jeez. Lucius, inside the calling horn inn.
There is a noble eyeing me strangely, you said?
Yeah, the one that was talking to your little contact, I suppose.
I just kind of look at her and say, "Is there a problem?"
She smiles courteously. She's an older lady. She kind of looks like she has a little feist to her, and says, she says to you, grab my notes here. As you kind of say that, you look around. The interior of this place looks quite wealthy. You know, nice paintings, nice tapestries and rug. The nicest of wood used in the construction of this facility. She kind of smiles and gives a little courtesy, like a nice little welcome to you, and says, "No, I'm just here to welcome you to my inn. Welcome to the Calling Horn establishments. Will you be staying with us tonight?" You're muted.
Oh, I say, "I will not be, thank you." And I turn and walk out of the inn.
She says, "Very well, your loss," and you saunter out of the inn.
And now I will begin with the rest of my movement, making my way to the outskirts of town.
All right. Saunter your way down. Which point the beast. Okay, so the attack. All right, so the second beast attacks you again, Wolverine. It's gonna bite you. Another natural 20. I swear to you, another natural 20. I apologize.
Oh, I could have stopped both of these.
This time doing 39 points of piercing damage as it bites onto you.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't have a reaction left. I used it already, right?
Yeah.
19, 18? 18? No, 19.
19.
19.
Too much math.
Too much, man. Get a calculator. And its tail comes around, Wolverine. And it's 20 to hits.
Wait. Sick. Yeah, that hits. Okay. I'm ready.
Doing 13 points of piercing damage. As now this tail barb comes
So that's
kind of your blind side. 6. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
wow.
This time you don't see
This
this
is
one
gonna be
coming.
bad.
As the tail
Roll your
barb.
d4.
Huh?
You have
Well,
a
if I
D4.
roll a d4, it gets the naturalness out of the 1, right? Is
Well,
that like, does
it's-
it change? Is there a different effect?
Well, I guess natural was an auto fail regardless.
Right.
I have a feeling it's higher than.
This barb catches you off guard as you block the first one, pulled it out. This one comes right behind you, hits you in the spine. You feel the liquid of the poison kind of go right to your spinal cavities, if that's a place. And,
Spinal cavities, not my spinal cavities.
and just something you have a new anatomy, and your
Wolverine
body
doesn't
locks
know
up.
anything.
Yeah, you get to
My
lock up.
spinal cavities. Oh.
And we are all in a bad place. Good luck, Rogadar.
Thank
Zaya.
you.
You're welcome. Zaya.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, is it a poison? Is it poison?
It's poison.
Is it poison?
Yeah.
I have resistance to poison damage, advantage on saving throws against poison, which
Interesting.
rebels of dwarven kind.
Well, would you look at that?
Advantage.
Someone's looking at their character sheets.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
it is-
I will roll that 1d4 in that case if I have since I have advantage.
okay.
Yeah, you do. Get blessed.
So it's based on the 11.
Yep. Plus 12. That probably doesn't do anything. Wait, I could reroll once. No,
spinal cavity.
my spinal cavity.
Yeah.
It hits me right in the wet spot where he blessed me. I'm like, oh, that's not.
And
Doesn't merge well.
the problem is that you've kind of you arc your back as your spinal cavity gets hit, and you let out a yell, but your face seizes up and your mouth is open, and you kind of stare up, and your mouth gets full up with rainwater. Chicken drown by
I take 1 drowning damage.
Yeah, you take 1 drowning damage. Now you're stuck as the water pools up in your mouth. But it was worth a shot. Zaya.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to do another Constitution saving throw,
Go
I
for it.
guess.
Wait. Whoa, okay. This has all been piercing damage? Nothing's been poison damage.
No.
Okay.
Piercing damage.
And I fail again. So I'm
Rogadar.
just gonna stay there.
I'm going to take
What
a step
happens?
up one,
What happens when he kills
and then
you?
attack the one closest to me twice.
All right.
25, 25,
Both hit.
14, 9, and then I'm going to enter a ready stance again.
All right. Overbid.
Oh, it's my turn again. Oh yeah, because he was attacking me. So do I get to do another Constitution when I start?
It's at the end of your turn.
So I can't do anything.
You can roll your Constitution and hope for the best. As your
Because-
mouth are start to pool up with water.
I can't speak. I can't move.
Mhm.
So I lose any kind of bonus action, and I lose my action.
And you lose your rage as well.
Do I lose my rage?
You're not spending this turn attacking or taking damage. Is that how rage works?
Well, if he gets attacked this turn, he'd keep up his rage.
Right.
Yeah.
If he gets okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. You start to slowly drown, Wolverbane.
21.
But you take a nice big gulp as your body. and you become unfazed now. You.
Oh, I forgot. I don't have spinal cavity.
Perfect. At which point you were no longer paralyzed, but this creature's gonna bite you again.
It's because I'm tasty. I know. I still taste like horse meat.
Yeah, 23 to hits.
Yeah. I'm not. You're not doing advantage, right? I didn't reckless that. Anything.
No, this is
Okay.
this is straight. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I got you, fam. All right. It does 22 points of piercing damage.
I do get a reaction now.
All right. This time the tail shoots out backwards towards Rogadar, who's approaching from behind as you are attacking with your glaive. It's going to do 20 to hit Rogadar.
I'll use my reaction to cast shield.
All right. It just bounces off this yellow shield that Rogadar casts.
I prefer like a light blue shimmer.
All right, we'll go with a light blue shimmer. Light blue shimmer, like just bounces off, and it turns towards you and snarls at you, Rogadar. Now it's kind of like its red, beady eyes looking right at you, and your light blue shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Gortia.
I can only do the rolls, so I'm going to do Constitution.
Come on. You can do it.
Didn't go.
You're not proficient in Constitution, right?
He has a plus
Is that a thing?
Oh.
No, you.
Well,
Oh,
Constitution
saving throw.
save.
Oh,
That's
no.
different.
Oh, you need to do Constitution
Yeah.
save.
It's the same for me. It's just
Yeah.
one.
No, no.
It's only if you're proficient that it matters.
Yeah. Still 1 for me.
It's
Alright.
literally the same thing, except you add your proficiency modifier if you're proficient.
Right.
Lucius. All right, Lucius. Well, yeah, as you're stalking through town.
Yeah, just don't really even care, but heading towards the scene of the battle anyways. I figure they've gotten themselves into some sort of trouble.
The usual. It's a small town. What's the
Hey.
worst that could be, right?
Excuse me? I mean, you're right, but you don't know that yet.
Isn't like all the trouble we've ever been in small towns?
Would I get to the edge of the battlefield this round even?
If you dashed.
Yeah, sure. I'll well, like, but I'll use my action to continue moving. So like, I'm dashing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not running with haste.
Like,
you're,
let's say a jog.
Yeah, a brisk
you know,
pace.
doing a jog.
Yeah, so that if anyone sees you doing this, they don't get the sense of urgency. They're like, that guy cares. It's more like, oh, that guy's busy.
Yeah,
that guy's important.
He has places to be.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I have a place to be. Actually, I will draw
Dirty.
a little attention to myself though, because I'm going to summon my sword.
all right,
and just to point out, 30 feet in 6 seconds is kind of like a jog.
true.
So
Fair enough.
if you're dashing, you're actually like sprinting to get there. Just FYI.
Okay, fine. I'll run to the scene and I will summon.
No, Lucius, you should just take your time for that back
No.
smack. And they can handle it without you.
And I will summon my sword along the way,
No, he
and
literally,
I make it to the edge of the battlefield.
he literally has to like exit the inn, close the door, sigh, and then just bolt really fast.
I like to imagine
in a full robe.
I like to imagine that as you're running, walking fast. It's like you almost kind of it's like lighting a match on the ground with a sword as you hit at the ground, and just the flames come flicking out.
That's pretty.
Sure. I mean, I manifest it however
Yeah.
I want. So.
And there's one kind of the children are still out playing in the water, and they see this and they're just in awe. And you see them like pick up a stick and start hitting on the ground. Can we do this? Can we do this? And
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a drow.
I'm gonna be just like him. All right, great. Lucius, as you get closer, come round the bend, you can see.
I now see the situation.
Yeah, you see Cortian and Zyra are in still positions. You see these 2 large beasts flailing about with these large tails. All right,
I will say, it's him. He's back. Continuing on the prologue game.
all right. At which points, Overbane.
This is
Gonna
prologue
bite you.
game, pronoun game.
21 to hit. We're Overbane.
I need to buy some heavy armor. That hits.
All right. That does 25 points of piercing damage.
12. Is that right? 12.
You get because you're about to get hit again. You okay?
I am like clutching my wounds.
All right. And as it bites you, and you clutch your wounds, the tail comes from above and strikes you kind of around the back. 23 to hits.
That is.
Doing 9 points of piercing damage. Are you? How alive are you?
I'm up. I'm up.
Okay. I need a Constitution saving throw. So I may as well go ahead and make your Constitution. Or your body begins to seize.
Oh wait, spinal cavities are back.
You get hit right in the spinal cavity. It's not good, and you seize up once again. Zaya, you continue to be seized up. Rogodar, you do.
I attack
All right.
once and twice.
All right.
I'm assuming that one misses.
Probably.
16, and I'll use the back end of the glaive this time for 25.
Oh, I forgot to do something on my turn. Oh wait, I just got out of paralyzed, right?
Yeah, it's in your turn. So.
So 16 and 8.
Okay. It's looking pretty wounded, but still standing. You chop off some of the spikes off its back. It's almost like bone as it shatters, and you leave grievous wounds into this creature.
Oh wait.
Anything else, Rogodar? Nothing?
No, that's it.
I
Okay.
completely forgot what I said originally. I have an advantage on saving throws against poison. I got 25. Wait, no. Where is it?
You got
At 12.
12. Yeah.
At 12. Still?
Okay.
Okay.
Still failed. But however, it's
Wait, 12 plus your 4, your D4.
I used my D4 already. Last time.
Well, it lasts until the spell ends, and it's a minute.
What? I can use it again and again?
That's what it says.
Oh, I'm rolling that.
what's it called? The spell?
Less, isn't it?
Less. 13. Does that work? I
Oh.
rolled like three ones in a row. It's like D8s and D4s.
Oh yeah, it really is just
Before the spell ends, yeah.
yeah. Is it a concentration spell?
Yeah, I think.
Oof, it is.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
What,
Well,
I can't concentrate?
Make a concentration check for that attack, but roll verbatim still fails.
13 still fails.
Yeah.
I got all the time to concentrate now.
Yeah, we got concentration check. I forgot what the.
Constitution saving throw.
I don't think you have to do... Is that a thing?
If you take
Yeah.
damage, you have to.
Yeah, whenever you do a concentration. What's the?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC?
Yeah, but the DC is either
10 or
like 10 or
half
half
the
the,
Half the
damage.
damage, whichever's higher.
Whichever's higher.
Okay, we're gonna say it's 10. I can't remember how much damage you took. It wasn't much because it was the stinger, so it could have been much. So we'll say the DC is 10. Wolverine, it's your turn. All right. Yep, you managed to hold on to that concentration, Cortzion.
And I don't get a bonus because I'm paralyzed. I can't use bonus.
No.
Even if it doesn't require.
What kind of
movement.
bonus? No, you can't move or talk.
I don't have to.
What
I
are you
don't
trying to
think-
bonus? What are you trying to do?
Trying to use second wind. It just heals. It doesn't say I use anything.
I'm under the impression that paralysis means you're incapacitated.
Yeah, it is. It's just in a book.
So paralyzed creature is incapacitated, which means they
It's
can't.
more than capacity.
But it doesn't say what's the flavor in terms of how to use second wind. It doesn't say I need hands to use it. I don't have to speak to use it. It's like an innate thing that just happens.
Is it a free action?
Is
Like,
It's
does
a
it
free
say?
thing you can do, yeah.
Yeah.
It says an incapacitated creature cannot take actions or reactions. When you're paralyzed, you're considered to be incapacitated.
So it's neither an action or a reaction or a bonus action. It's just like a free thing.
It's a
Oh,
bonus.
wow.
No, it's a
Alright,
bonus.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Oh,
Well, there we
okay,
go.
that's-
So no.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty
Uh,
clear then.
Wolverine, your Constitution saving throw, and this is against paralysis. You don't have advantage.
Okay. Yeah,
All right, you fight through this one again, eager to survive. But however, initiative orders do play against you in this case, as whenever you save.
I will learn to control my cavities.
However, this creature again bites you, Wolverine. 24 to hit,
That hits.
doing 27 points of piercing damage as it bites into your knees. Just
And I fall
hits-
unconscious.
What? Wolverine is unconscious. No, I've done
And
it.
our two healers are paralyzed right now.
I've done it. I'm just kidding. Wolverine, you watch as it bites you. It falls to the ground. Now, as it bites you, it kind of you see this dark energy pull from Wolverine's body and straight into its mouth, and it kind of feeding it, giving it a burst of energy, and it rushes towards Rogadar and bites you, Rogadar, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. 11 to hits,
That misses.
and then it hits you with its tail. 17 or 18 to hits.
I'll cast shield to increase my AC to 23.
All right, the blue shimmer bounces the attack again. Cortion. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Bless yourself. Lucius.
Okay, I peruse to see which one of the two creatures looks the most beat up.
The one attacking Rodar definitely has the most wounds.
And does the other one look fine, basically?
It's wounded. You can see familiar slashes of Wolverine's attacks, but it's standing much stronger.
I'm going to move in. I'm going to move within 60 feet of the stronger one.
All right.
This battlefield's kind of small. Where am I approaching from? The bottom left there?
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Southwest.
So basically, I just move a little bit over this way.
Sure.
And then I point at the stronger one, and I will cast Banishment on it.
All right. What's the saving throw?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Oh, jeez. This is not a charming attack, is it?
Nope.
Well, goodbye, creature. Ugh, that's rough. A 4.
Yeah, that fails.
All right.
It gets banished to another plane for 1 minute.
All right.
If it is from another plane, then it stays there permanently.
Now, okay. this is a little loose one, but we'll see.
You can decide. I don't care.
Yeah.
If it comes back in a minute, that's enough time to get rid of this other thing.
Gotcha.
And then I will use my bonus action
Mhm.
to cast Hex on the remaining one.
Perfect. All right. So do you watch as this black kind of portal opens and just like a black hole sucks this creature into it, disappears. Whether it comes back or not, we will find out shortly as you hex this creature, the other one.
That's my turn.
All right, Zaya.
I shall try to Constitution.
Fails. Are you still not blessed though?
But you said it's a
Yeah, you're blessed.
concentration.
It's
But I
Cortion's
passed
Cortion's blessing or concentration.
Oh, so I do it and then you check if you're still concentrated.
No, he saved his constitution. He's told
Oh,
Oh, so
he's
he did.
concentrated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's
How many turns have we had? We just didn't have.
Question. 4, 5.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how to do the.
Just 1d4.
I don't know how to do the slash.
All right, here, take a dice and do it manually. I don't have a d4. Oh, here it
Yeah,
is.
you should.
There you go. Do it the old school way.
Oh, I got a 4.
You feel your body begin to come back to you. You fight through the pain, and you find yourself now free to move. Major saving throw.
But that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
So I can't move or anything.
Okay. Rogadar.
Okay. Let's attack this guy something. 23,
Yeah.
24,
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. 12, 8, 9.
All right.
So 29 total.
Perfect. Wolverbane. Death saving throw.
Oh. When was the last time I actually did one of these? I'm just rolling a d20. Or I
You can
click on
click
the-
Death Save.
12.
1 success.
You succeed. This creature now bites at you, Rogadar, but you watch as its tail swings wildly and points towards Wolverbane. Natural 20 to hit you, Rogadar.
Yep, that
swear.
one will hit.
Don't scare me like that.
Doing 45 points of damage. Piercing.
Okay.
These things are crazy.
I've never seen you crit before, and the only time you crit is when I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, 3 times, 4
I
times
know.
already. We're just with the bite attack, which does the most damage. It's messed up. But however, the tail does swoop down and attack you, Wolverine. That's a natural critical attack, I believe,
Which is 2 failed Death Saves.
and it attacks you, Wolverine. Like a scorpion, it shoots downwards and just stabs Wolverine right near the heart, just missing his vitals, and it pulls backwards, leaving this giant kind of gaping hole that just oozes this green pus out of his chest. Wolverine is barely holding on, and his breathing begins to slow. As I guess, yeah, that's not good. Cortion, you are standing there. And you can only watch in horror as you watch your companions die before you, helplessly, without your help. Lucius, what do you want to do?
I can't even reach Wolverbane, so I yell to Rogadar, who seems to be the only person moving right now from my view. Like, you need to tend to Wolverbane immediately, or he will not make it. And then I'm just gonna fire 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast at this thing.
All right.
10 and 10. That's sad.
Yeah, they kind of skirt around through the ground with like an X, but kind of just miss. They offshoot the target. Then, well, the other one's banished. So Zaya.
That's unfortunate.
All right, Zaya, what do you want to do?
Okay, so, if I inspire someone who's paralyzed, can he use it, or can he hear it? Can he?
The inspiration is just in addition, right? It's not a bonus action to use, right? It's just again a free action.
Let's just use it when you
Yeah, Corton is he's conscious. He's not dead. He would hear your inspiration.
Okay.
But if you can heal, if and at all you can heal, you should probably heal Wolverbane. In any way, because he just failed 2 twice, right?
No,
Did
he
somebody say that?
succeeded one.
I could die on my next roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
could die at the start of his next turn.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna use my healing word to help Wolverine a bit. To heal him 6 HP.
Thank you.
And then I tried so I'm gonna cast Shatter on the beast, but I want to center it so it doesn't affect Rogadar or Wolverine.
All right. So what's the saving throw?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Wait, can you cast twice in a turn?
Well, the healing is a bonus action.
But like, hang on, I've been playing it that I couldn't do that.
You can only cast a cantrip, I think.
No, I've always done that. Healing word is a bonus action, so I can use a bonus action and then.
But you can, it's true that you can only cast 1 spell per turn unless one of them is a cantrip.
Okay. Healing word isn't a cantrip though.
No.
But the next thing you're gonna do is a cantrip.
No, it's not. I thought I could do that.
No, there is a there's
You're thinking of Critical Role rules?
In Critical Role, they do a house rule
Hmm.
where they can do up to like a 2nd level spell or something like that, but
But I've always done
I don't
that.
know.
Though.
We
Well,
like
it's not the first time I do this.
well, we've been doing it wrong for obviously.
I think a bunch of times you've done like the Vicious Mockery or whatever it was.
yeah, like I'm used to you doing Vicious Mockery as your 2nd one, which I've never
Yeah.
thought anything of because that is a cantrip.
Okay, so then I guess I can do that.
All right. So saving throw.
That's I think it's wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw. All right.
Yeah,
17.
makes it.
All right. Is that a charm? It's a charm attack? No, it's not. Okay, so it makes it.
Nothing happens.
All right. Rogadar.
Okay. So attacking twice, I'm also going to maneuver myself around in front of Wolverbane
Sure.
and go 1, 2, 3. 18 and 21 are the 2 that probably hit.
Yep.
11 misses. 14 and 10. So 24 total.
Perfect. All right, Wolverine. You're prone on the ground, dying. Well, alive, I guess.
Oh, I'm prone?
Oh yeah, you're still dead because she healed you for 6.
She healed me 6.
Yeah, so you're prone.
I'm prone. So that's half speed to get up.
Yep.
I will use my half speed.
Okay.
Half my speed to get up. I have 20 speed left. I will use. They're both bonuses. That makes me angry. I'm gonna rage.
All right.
I can't do both. Ah! I'm going to move 5 closer to this guy.
Yeah.
And with my rage, I am not going to recklessly attack. I am just going to attack twice
All right.
with my greatsword. I should have
Miss. Miss. You're feeling a
Damn
little, you know, just being alive, but you're blessed that you're alive. Be blessed. Beep beep.
Beep, beep. Oh wait, I got bless. On the second.
You know
does it
what?
work?
You're dead. You're dead. You died. So everything.
My back still feels wet where he splashed me.
I'm pretty sure you lose all kind of properties when you become dead.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I'd assume you would.
I'm not sure on this one, but
Okay. All right, James call.
I think it's safe to say that you lose
Okay.
all blessings.
Well, here's okay. I'm gonna wait for my turn to say this.
All right. What point? It's that creature's turn. It's gonna swing its towards you, Rogadar. 21 to hit.
I will cast shield to negate
No,
it.
you curse your shields.
Oh, every time.
So for the rest of your turn, it does like +5 to your thing, right?
Yeah, first my turn, my AC is 23.
All right, perfect.
for the rest of the round.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then it's
until
gonna
the start
bite.
of my next turn.
All right, perfect. And then it's gonna bite Wolverine.
Bite.
It's gonna bite you. Doing 21 points of piercing damage.
Did
Bring
it?
you
What was the attack?
a bite attack, piercing.
No, but did it hit?
Oh yeah, 21.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So I'm unconscious again. You said 21 damage too?
Yeah, 21. So.
Yep.
That's,
Fall back down. I get up. I swing twice, but miss. It bites me, and I fall back down. Unconscious.
Yeah. All right, Cortion. Please, Cortion. I feel bad. I'm feeling
That's
real
the
bad.
whole game.
Oh,
Yeah.
finally. Something good. And I'm rolling my D4.
That'll
16.
see- 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm praying.
The scales of justice of Kalimvor tip back into your favor, and you
Heavy-
regain composure of
heavy
your
rusty
body.
scales.
Yeah.
Can I use inspiration to go again? Is that how that works?
No, you can use it to re-roll advantage for like saving throws, attack rolls, but not to make another attack. Another turn, no.
Is there anything that I can do to take another, like a surge of some sort? I can't remember.
Unless you have those kind of things, no. But
No, I don't
the
think so.
saving throws have to be at the end of your turn, so it goes
Yeah.
to Lucius.
I'm going to approach. Actually, I'll come in closer.
All right.
Still about 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
And then I will fire 2 more bolts of Eldritch Blast.
All right.
17 and 22.
That was hit. 12, 11, oh.
Plus 6 points of necrotic damage.
All right. Wow. It's looking.
Those are good rolls.
It's looking really bad at this point. It's looking like it's barely standing. 2 giant gaping wounds from these blasts. But Borbane still stands there. Lays there, dying next to it. Zaya, it's your turn.
Okay, so before I go, I was reading about action and bonus action, and the whole point about taking healing word is that it's a bonus action. So it doesn't make sure that, like, I'm a caster. It doesn't make sense that the whole point of taking healing word over another healing spell is the fact that I can use it as a bonus action and not.
Yeah,
an
so
action.
you could do something else, like another good action, like attack with your rapier or something, and use healing word.
Because as my action, I can use a spell, and then as my bonus action, I can do any specialty ability, spell, or feature that the game allows you to do as a bonus action.
Right, but under the spell casting rules, it specifically talks about the fact that you can only cast 1 spell per turn,
Except for the bonus.
except for cantrip. No. Like, it wouldn't repeat the fact that you only have 1 action per turn, because you obviously only have 1 action per turn. But it specifically says you can only cast 1 spell per turn, unless one of the spells is a cantrip. I mean, I can find it in the player's handbook.
It says right here. Most casting spells require a single action to cast, but some spells require bonus action, reaction, or much more to cast. A spell cast with a bonus action is especially swift. You must use a bonus action on your turn to cast a spell. Provided that you haven't already taken a bonus action this turn, you can't cast another spell during the same turn, except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action.
Okay.
So if you use a bonus action to cast Healing Word, you can only do a cantrip that uses an action.
So then, this time I'll try to use Shatter on it.
Alright, so that was a what kind of spell save was that?
That's a Constitution.
22.
Makes it.
Does it take half damage?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, half.
Yeah. Alright. Roll it.
So 13.
Wow, that's a strong attack.
That's not the damage, that's the attack.
That's not the damage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, it's an attack. Yeah, that hits.
26 to hit.
That hits. But
It's
makes...
a range attack. There is no to hit.
You have to click the damage part.
Oh, right. That would have been 14. Never makes any sense. So it takes 7 points of damage. I guess, how do you want to do it, Zaya?
Oh.
Well, it's supposed to shatter.
She has a kill.
Yeah, it's been like, I don't know, like 30 games since I... Well, it just shatters, so I guess
All right.
its brain cracks in 2 pieces and it falls on the ground.
Yeah, you focus the spell on its face as it's opening its mouth wide to go for Wolverbane. You cast it right down its throat, and you watch it close its mouth, and you hear this loud burst, and you watch as the spines on its back begin to just fly outwards as its body begins to be torn from the inside out. Its body parts just fly everywhere, and you watch as the body explodes, and the pieces begin to seep away, almost like being burned away by acid. As the rain comes down on it, it dissipates into this black smoke, sort of like Robert Dunbarton did in the town of Dunbarton. It dissipates outwards. We'll say for the purposes of this, at some point, the other creature does return from its banishments.
Well, hold on now.
Yeah,
We have a
Because
couple
we
of
can
turns
all
between.
prepare. So
Uh-huh.
I
Well-
was going to tell everybody
Okay.
that the fight's not over.
Mhm.
And say ready your weapons to attack when the creature returns.
So I was going to say real quick, for the
We get
purpose of the
7 rounds.
For the purposes of the battle, we'll say that you've defeated the beast. Just let me fucking finish. We'll say that you stabilized Wolverbane in the time that Lucius is holding the banishment.
No, I wasn't gonna say that because I was gonna do something that only
Okay, well let's go.
Why don't
Let's
you
play
let
7 turns.
DM wants to play by himself.
Let's play 7 turns.
Hold on. If you
before the
push
system
it too
comes
much, 3 of them will come back.
Yeah.
No, I just want to take the opportunity before stabilizing. Okay, let me stabilize him then.
All right.
What if
okay.
what if he was sent to a plane with no oxygen, like the water plane or something?
Yeah.
No, it's specifically a harmless plane. The spell dictates.
All
I
right.
thought,
Okay.
I
So
thought you specifically had to choose which plane.
before it comes back, what do you guys
When
want?
did I say that?
Oh, I thought I read it somewhere.
Someone's about to get a rock on their head. It's about to be Wolverine.
I'm-
Was it purple?
So I can use a spell to heal him.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Corton, you finally free yourself as you watch the beast get blown up by Zaya.
And
Popping.
as I get out of my paralysis and I kind of collapse on top of Wolverbane and use life transference to heal him up.
All right.
And because I'm a Grave Domain cleric, I can I get max rolls when they're knocked out.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's cool. Okay.
So it's 44. 44.
Oh, you're doing
44
this. You're
Sorry.
doing this before I was stabilized, right? So I'm still at 0.
Yeah, so this is me stabilizing you / bringing you back. Okay,
So that's 16 plus.
44 maximum is 32, but then you get double. I take 32. You get 64.
44.
44 is
Your math is off. You take
44.
16, he gets 32.
No, 4 d4s.
Yeah,
the
so
max can be
16.
4 times 4 is 16.
But it's sorry, I'm saying it wrong. It's 4d8. Sorry.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
64, sweet.
So you get healed yourself, Courtier, or are you giving him?
No,
healing?
I take 32 damage.
Oh wow! So you give him damage, but you take damage, but you heal him double.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Brave domain.
I've used it once before, but
Yes, I
it's
do
never
recall.
been a maximum.
Do we see this damage that he's getting?
Yeah. So what does it look like then?
I don't think it actually explains, but I would suggest that
Well, what type of damage do you
it's
take?
necrotic damage.
It's internal bleeding.
So it's like maybe like that gas of dark mist, like it looks similar to that. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
like absorbing health from me.
Or is it like you go all pasty and your veins turn black and
Yeah, that's what I would imagine.
Yeah.
black
Courtier's
pours out of
already
your mouth?
Courtier's pretty pale to begin with, but yeah, you see these black veins kind of protrude out of his sort of shaven head as he focuses the energy, and it kind of just transfers into your body.
I say,
Whoa.
rise, champion.
I actually feel amazing right now. Ah. Oh, so
And
we're
ready. Steady yourself for this.
you
beast.
guys got them. They're all dead.
I wish it were so. Lucius, what did you do to him?
I've temporarily banished him to another plane. Should return within the minute, so we should ready our weapons.
Can we stand around in a circle from where he like disappeared
Yeah.
and just have our like?
Yes, in fact, we should
Well, we
immediately.
don't need to be in
I'm
a
gonna-
circle.
I'm gonna get away myself a little bit.
Do you guys want to play with the combat, or do you want to fast forward?
No.
Well, if it's like you're 100% sure we're gonna defeat it, no
You
problem.
guys are gonna. Well, you guys will get an opportunity, like an attack right away, a reaction to just
reaction.
a whole turn with Rognar's unbeatable attacks. You guys will defeat him.
It's only
Alright.
3 attacks, come on. I need 4.
So then, for sake
Alright.
of story,
RP
we,
at least.
All right, so you guys gather around the beast, or the portal that Lucius created, the kind of vicinity. Take a few steps back where you need to be, and you, Wolverbane, you prepare. Rognar, you're ready with your glaive. Lucius, you prepare your Eldritch Blast and Saya stuff. I don't really know what you would do, actually.
Hand flute.
Fan flute, ready to inspire your companions. And as soon as it appears, the portal, you see the portal swirl. Lucius releases the spell. The beast jumps outwards, ready, poised, and ready to attack, looking for its companion, looking for Wolverbane.
All in slow motion with the slow motion music.
Yeah, and immediately you guys go in for the kill. With the final kill with Wolverbane taking his not magical greatsword and just severing the head of this beast, which falls to the ground. The body falls limp and begins to rapidly decay and seep into the ground into black smoke.
What? A decay? Like I can't even search the bodies?
Like the other, yeah, it begins to seep away with the rain. As the rain begins to pick up, a voice speaks to Wolverbane. It laughs, and it says, "Come, find me, or I will take everything you love away from you." And you're left
Did we
in
hear
silence. No, you're left in silence as the rain now begins to pick up a little bit as a storm passes nearby calling horn.
Do you think anybody saw us doing that?
We're in the middle of town. Everybody.
Can I take a peek around to see?
Yeah,
if
make a
anyone
perception
is
check.
looking?
They're all like hiding like behind shop.
As you recall, there was not a lot of traffic outside as it was raining. People were really out.
Within.
You see Zaya, about 3 or 4 kids with sticks, just standing like in the distance in awe, just standing there watching you guys, and one of them still striking the ground with a stick, trying to get to light. Aside from that,
There's like 4 kids that saw us. I don't know if it's a bad problem. I don't know if we should talk to them or if we should just leave it like that. Kids
Can I see
stories.
what our crew was doing? Because they were taking supplies back and forth.
yeah. I
We
mean,
were
combat
following
lasted
It shouldn't be far.
less than a minute or so. because of the spells. We've close to 2 minutes. The crew now are in the distance. Take a look. You can see the airship off in the distance. You can make their figures as they're making their way back to town. They're not in quite a rush, as it's still in the morning, and they're still waiting for the storm to subside, but they're making their way back now.
Those dogs weren't somebody's dogs, were they? Those kids looking at us. What do they think?
Yeah, you make a perception check.
Just a second.
Oh god. What if I just kill somebody's dog?
They were really bad dogs.
Yeah, there is like a loose collar just kind of sitting on the ground for one of the dogs.
Oh crap.
You shouldn't have looked for it.
If you look for it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to talk to these dogs, and I don't know with my veins and pale skin that they're gonna want to hear from me. Who's the Isaiah? Maybe you want to go talk to them.
I actually don't care enough to want to surge another people crying around this. I think we should just leave it like that.
You guys are nothing but like you bring just
We're
terror.
Sorrowbringer, and I'm tired of that. I just want to bring the saddle home. And it's been a whole storm of time, and we're still not done carrying the saddle.
Well then, now that we've had our little dose of excitement for the day, shall we carry on?
I
Nobody has
don't
any
even know if they're done
questions?
with the supplies yet.
Nobody's wondering what just
Also-
happened.
Is the storm still,
I think it's pretty clear what just happened, Wolverbane. The demon that we fought in Dunbarton is hunting you down,
How
and
did
will
you know that?
continue to pursue you until it is dealt with.
Huh? How do you
So-
know?
How do I know that? We fought a giant demon that was trying to kill you in Dunbarton.
Oh, I know
put
that.
two
I
and two
just-
Oh, these
together.
were demons?
Oh,
These were not weird dogs?
I think what happens is that Golgradon, the demon of beasts, can possess and change the form of creatures. So I think they were dogs. Somehow Golgradon found me here, took over them, and that's the result.
So is this gonna keep happening? Do you think?
Did any of you hear anything that was said to me? Did you
No.
hear his voice?
I heard dogs, and I heard barking, and I heard screams.
He told me as I laid the killing blow. He said, "Come find me."
Shit. I hope he's in No Owner's Hold.
So
Where
I
am I
think
supposed to find this demon?
he's gonna keep coming unless we go to him and finish him off. Like, killing him when he comes to us obviously isn't doing anything because he keeps coming back. There has to be a route.
Well, do you have any idea where this route can be found?
Would I know from my past history, or
Nope. You never really dealt with Golgradon until now. Until meeting him in Dunbarton.
Anyone have any experience with demons?
well, the original
Exactly.
original time. It was
Yeah.
the first time I fought him about 15 years ago was back in my hometown. And that's where he was the second time. I don't know how he found us.
Stench of death is in your wake.
Oh
It's
yeah,
always in your
he
wake.
said he could smell me. He said he has the taste of my
Oh
flesh,
no.
or the scent of my flesh.
You can't approach dogs anymore.
Hopefully it's just
Well,
dogs.
now I know that.
Yeah, now we know that. Maybe it's stay away from wolves and bears.
This amulet you gave me is useless.
I gave you that?
I have this amulet of
Scribe.
proof of resist. Yeah, that thing.
That thing, yeah.
Who gave you that?
You
Hey,
did.
didn't you have to give something
gave you that.
back to?
Did you not give me that amulet of proof against detection? That's what I'm wearing, and no one's supposed to be able to scry me or.
Isn't that the amulet that we gave back?
Yeah.
We gave that back at the first shrine or second shrine. Isn't it
Well,
the
I'm pretty
same?
sure you guys get that back.
Yeah, I gave you and then they took it
No, that
back.
was something else. That was the other thing. Unless I'm not wearing anything right now. I'm just tired.
You.
That's why you can find me. I'm not wearing it. What happened to this thing?
We left it. We gave it to them. Actually, you took it off and gave it back to them.
Is this the one that you tricked me?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
that's
owed you.
right.
And I owed you. I don't know. I thought that was something else.
It was.
I
No,
don't think
it
I
was
tricked you. Did I trick you? Or it just...
No, it was Zaya. Zaya was
Yeah.
like, I will give you or you owe me something, and then I had to
Yeah.
give it back, and then I still
Yeah.
owed her something.
No, you don't
I
owe
lost
me
it.
anymore.
I wish when your crew passes by, there's like they see your wounds and give you a curious look, and Laz says, "We're almost done with the supplies. One more run shall do it. Looks like you are quite busy yourselves. We'll be on our way. Bye." And they continue walking past you guys. And complete the thing. Is there anything else you guys want to do in town? Or are you guys?
I want to get out of this nightmare town.
Yeah, me too.
So you-
I don't like calling
all right, so you
horns.
guys want to leave the nightmare town and go to the real
So,
one? Perfect.
as we're heading to the airship, I say, you never quite gave a clear answer. Where do you think the root of this problem might be found?
I don't know anything about this demon that's hunting me. I really don't.
You mentioned. Wait, okay, meta. Wolverbane explained the story of the Wolverine from when he was younger, right?
I explained it
To
yeah.
the party? Yeah.
After Dunbarton, that whole thing.
Right, yeah. So, Lucius says, you know nothing of why that demon came in the form of the Wolverine in the first place?
I don't know a reason. I thought it was just a wild animal that was terrorizing our village, killing people that were traveling through the woods, and I saw it as a problem that had to be dealt with, and that was the first time I fought anything. There's no history of this kind of demon or creature in our town. Nothing in the folklore. It was a new threat. It was a new problem, and I thought I had killed it. I thought I legitimately ended the problem there. And it wasn't
need a
until
bookstore.
it wasn't until we came across Dunbarton burning that I realized the demon was still out there, and now I know that it's after me for some reason.
Should we inquire in town if they've had demon issues?
I'm sure that this follows Wolverbane, and nobody else will have known anything about it.
Okay. Well,
Although
we go
whoever
to
owned those dogs is going to get an unpleasant surprise.
Well, we should get out of here and never come back.
Like every town we
Like
enter.
every town so far. Well, we can go back to Beliard. Actually, we're good there.
Yeah,
Well,
we may have
no,
solved one
We
problem.
stole stuff from Beliard.
We
They
return.
don't know.
We
They don't know that.
We're delivery people.
Yes.
we
we're just
return to.
transport.
Uber saddle.
We're the transit, okay? We take
Uber
care of stuff. It's safe with us. Also,
That's our
maybe
group
Wolverbane,
name.
you want to find a bookstore at some point? We can go look for information on this creature.
That's a good idea. I
Right?
never thought
Yeah, but
about doing
can-
any research.
yeah, I know. We can look here, but I kind of want to get out of here. So how about next town next place before
Well,
we...
is there a library or a bookstore here? We can do this in 5 minutes.
We're not even in the town. We're not going back in there. We're just gonna leave now.
Oh, we
And
can-
maybe Noir's hold will have what it needs. What we need.
Lucius,
How
I'm wondering, can you use your influence
Yeah.
to have this demon of beasts researched in Waterdeep or wherever the grandest library is?
Unless you can think of some way that doing this research will benefit the Zentarum, I will not be able to convince them to do it for you.
It will keep one more
Tell them
Zentarum employee alive longer.
Tell them it's a growing threat, and just any knowledge would serve in its defeat if it becomes.
Or just say it's
greater
after
threat.
you, not after Wolverine. Just say there's this demon after you, and that Wolverine story is your story. No one needs to know that it's not your life.
We're just seeking information, which is what the Zentarum love.
Maybe you can sell this information.
The Zentarum love information that benefits the black market, not just any random information.
Make an intelligence check, Wolverine. And I guess I had to, I suppose.
You do?
Yeah.
Intelligence, straight
Just
intelligence.
not straight intelligence, like just knowledge.
I'm so smart, guys. Look at that Wolverine 2.
Wolverine, yeah, Zaya, you're just too
Why
caught
do I
up.
have 0 plus 1?
You're just so caught up in the moment. But Wolverine, as you say that to Lucius, you know, the Zentarum, big source of knowledge, something clicks in the back of your mind, but you kind of just lose the thought. But there are others that are interested in knowledge.
Gauntlet. What's it called? Order of the Gauntlet. No.
The order that you have no loyalty to whatsoever.
I'm a
Never-
cheval.
Never mention, never look for. Just
So maybe
completely
the
forget
Zentarum
about.
not interested, but maybe some other people are. Let's try to find
Order of the
another.
Gauntlet. I am a cheval of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Since when?
since
Some of
Yeah,
them
we've
heard it.
since
never-
some random person mentioned it to me, and I said okay, and then never did anything about it after that.
It
This
was
is
Darren.
some-
I can remember this. It was Darren Eatermath. Eatermath was his last
But-
name.
Endermath, yeah.
We,
The
Torg, have
hero,
never
the
heard of
old adventurer who you helped in
Phandalin.
Phandalin, who
Back in
now
the-
owns an apple orchard.
in the first campaign and gave Alden
Elden
Yeah.
Razorwind.
the Razorwind bow.
And he got like 2 kills.
which the bow had magically etched how many kills it got, and Aaron was so excited to see how many kills Eldon got when he came back, and it was just like 2.
It was like 2.
It was so sad. Anyways, yeah, you feel maybe the Order of the Gauntlet's probably not a faction that perhaps would delve into much information, but you never know.
Courtier, what about your
I-
people?
Yeah,
Aren't
I
they?
was thinking.
Wouldn't they know anything about this kind of situation?
We're not really demons, although not our thing. It's mostly undead, which is our undeath and is our wheelhouse. But I'll definitely put some feelers out in the next town. I can find our elusive crew. I'll definitely see what I can find. Maybe I'll put out a. What's the form of male in this world? A raven.
Yeah, notice and Raven.
I'll see if
Lights.
anybody's got anything.
All right. Well, with that, your crew completes their resupplies, and the rain. It's picks up a little bit more, but you can see the clouds and the storm again in the distance. It's heading southwest, away from you, not really passing over calling horns, but heading south towards Beliard. Probably by the afternoon, you guys should be okay to continue onwards towards Norner's Holds, or what is the plan?
Yeah, we're going to Nonar's
Yeah,
Holds.
let's get on with the
Unless
show
we're
here.
unless we're keeping the saddle.
Okay.
No, because
So-
then we'd actually be stealing.
Yes, that's right.
So the whole thing we told ourselves we weren't doing.
All right. So, anything last thing you want to do in calling horns before?
Get on the ship.
All right.
Go find more stray
One
dogs.
thing. Did we ever hear anything about Noander's Hold? Is there anybody talked about it?
Well, there's no one really out and about. It's its rating.
I'm not going back to town. I think we missed that opportunity then.
Yes. Also, as we walk to the ship, if someone is in the field or trying to run to town or something,
The roads are quiet, so there's no one around.
are the kids still there?
No, they've pieced. They've ran away.
I bet.
A little bit terrified.
Well, our dog is dead.
Dude,
All right. All right. Well then, leaving calling horn behind you.
feel like it's the worst plan. We came here, like the only goal is to talk to someone, and we're leaving without having any.
You guys board your ship. Delphine welcomes you aboard. Not too long afterwards, the crew returns with more sacks of supplies that they put into the front holds of the ship down below deck, where Laz begins to organize and take inventory. And you wait out the rest kind of the morning to the late afternoon, when the sun begins to peek through the skies and the storm seems to have passed at least this area and headed down further into the Desrin Valley. Nizroth at some point comes to you guys and says, it should be safe to travel to Norner's Hold. We should be good to go at any time. If you are done here, and that is your next destination, then so be it. For the glory of Clouth.
For the glory of Clouth. Can we park 30 minutes away or so?
Delphine bows and says, your wish is our command. We'll park 30 minutes or so away from Norner's Hold. And again, we'll try to take a quiet approach.
Yes.
Less obvious.
Very quiet.
Yes. Or incognito.
Incognito.
Perla lights up the fire elemental, wakes it up. He begins to rise the balloon, and you guys take off into the sky. To the north, you can see the Evermoors. The swamp, the bog of the Evermoors.
Can I do a check? Like, do I see anything?
Sure, make a
intrusion?
perception check. As you look off Zaya to the Evermoors,
It's cloudy. I see clouds above us, around us.
as you look
Oh wait, I re-roll because it's a natural one actually. Oh, that's great.
anyone else looking out, or just you, Zaya? Just you? All right.
Yeah, I'll look out over the Evermore. He's interested in.
Yeah, as you guys as the ship's beginning to turn southward, you guys look off to the port side of the ship, and you kind of cast your gaze over the Evermoors.
It's cloudy, huh?
Through the Evermoors, you can spot like little humps off the distance, little hills that protrude out of the mist. You can catch glimpses of the bog a bit as a mist swirls and sways, but it's hard to see beyond the mist. It is like a low cloud that surrounds it. Anything down below is hard to spot. You can catch a little bit of movement here and there, but the Evermoors are look to be a pretty dangerous place. Anything that goes in will have a hard time getting out.
I shiver.
I want to sort of at some point when I can, if I notice the party, like if we go down into the hold or something, I just want to kind of draw near to them and under my breath say, so, have any of you given any thought as to what we're going to do with this crew when they discover that we are not on the side of the dragons?
I mean, are we not?
Wouldn't they kind of figure that?
They think that we are collecting these artifacts to serve the Great Clouth, but we are not.
I mean,
At least that is my understanding.
We'll take care of that when the time comes, but we have a long way to go.
Didn't we have the idea that we're going to start a war between the dragons and the giants? And
Lucius kind of smiles and says, well, that was my idea, but you all showed a little resistance to it.
I don't know if it's necessary.
I thought
but
that the new plan was to gain the favor of the All-Father, find the lords, and help them unite.
Yes, that's the new plan.
Yeah.
it's all very complicated. I can only focus on so much at a time, so I tend to just go along with you guys. I don't know what's going on half the time.
Yes, well, that I do believe. But nonetheless, the question I pose again is, what are we going to do when this little charade of ours is up?
I say it's not going to be a big problem. I think we'll just find a new crew.
I think they'll try and kill us.
I think we'll not.
I think perhaps that something will have to be done with the current crew before we find a new crew.
Well,
I'm
maybe
hoping
we
that-
can.
Well,
Oh, how
ideally,
about we
we
leave them
pull up
in
the
our.
charade until we visit all the five giant strongholds, and then we all miraculously disappear one evening after we've collected all the artifacts. And then we
Where
just
did-
never see the crew again.
Problem
But
is,
I
they have a
mean-
ship and we don't.
It would be
Or-
nice to have an airship still
What if
following
we-
our.
We
What
all
if
have
we-
to watch very
much-
closely on how they pilot this thing.
Yes.
And one day, when we send them out to resupply, we leave without them.
That's good. Or
Well, it's-
we can just give them a new role and allow them to stay in our new abbey, and they can assure security there. And we can just
Glorious
tell
life.
them whatever we want, and just tell them that we're doing stuff for clout, and they will never know because they'll be isolated in our little abbey,
It's
protecting it.
it's not outside the realm of possibility for you guys to spend time on the different elements of the ship with the various crew members to learn how to use the harpoon guns, the ship,
Let's get
fly
started.
the ship,
Mhm.
and the other and the elements. So you guys can spend time with the crew as you guys are navigating to learn the different aspects of the
Yeah,
ship.
so I say we don't kill them, we just leave them in our abbey. You can protect it.
I
I highly
Sure.
doubt they will leave the ship to work in an abbey.
yeah,
I'd also like to bring up the repercussions of angering Clouth.
yeah.
Nothing would come well of angering an ancient red dragon.
Does anybody remember why they picked us up in the first place?
We don't even know. Like, I feel like we're just in this.
Yes, they
without-
explained it to us when they picked us up.
Oh, did
You
they?
guys have all just forgotten.
We
Yeah.
were
Yes.
stressed out from running away.
They saw basically that we had been killing giants. Like Clouth saw that we had been
Right.
killing giants and had sent this crew to help us in our mission to destroy the giants, basically.
Okay.
They think that what we're doing is finding a way to bring the giants down.
Okay, so here's the next plan.
It's also
Cortion,
complicated.
Myself and Lucius, we have to inspect the ship to see if there's orbs like that green dragon had or something, to see if Cloud actually has like little scrying eyes on us right here.
Ooh.
You know?
Clouth was
Like,
watching
This is
us
probably the
without
first room we should do it in.
any of those.
Yeah, Clouth has been
He can watch us no matter what.
So we need a
Just
magic item.
kidding.
So we need to turn around this ship, like I said previously, and go back and get that necklace of protection. Basically. We
It protects
should have-
one person.
Yeah.
Oh crap. Well, we should protect me because I'm the most important person.
Of course, if we are scared of angering Clouth, there is another option.
Killing Cloud?
No,
We could
joining
just
Clouth.
Join
Clouth.
Clouth.
No, we could turn the charade into our actual mission.
Huh?
Actually, do what they think we're doing.
So actually not being good guys and creating a world war?
Or at least helping the dragons to subdue the giants.
Okay, so
One
which
way or
option
another,
is-
the attacks stop.
So in which option do we get the most artifact?
We don't. Why would we even do the artifact?
That's the option I care about.
If the bottom line for you is treasure, I hear that dragons are quite fond of it.
So then, if we go with the dragon, we'll have to give it all up to them? That's not a good plan.
If we go with the dragons, they're more likely to have material rewards that they can give us.
Or ask us to give them material rewards.
Oh, we will have done them a great service. Why would they ask of us for that?
I feel like I liked it better when we were talking about delivering a saddle.
I feel ridding the...
Lucius kind of grins and says, "Ah, you prefer the small jobs, do you?
I
I fear
prefer the
ridding
short-
Faerun
I'm
of
used to
giants.
dealing in matters a little larger than delivering saddles."
I
Hey,
feel ridding
all jobs are
Faerun
great.
of giants is a bad idea, because then the dragons would have no one to oppose them.
Yeah, I don't love the
And
idea of
an entire
doing that.
world of dragons running free, I'm sure even the Zentarum that would be bad for, because then they would serve dragons and not themselves.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of letting them run free. I also I don't necessarily have any allegiance to giants at all, but I think they're our best bet.
There has to
I
be a
feel.
balance.
Don't get me wrong, I'm on the side of dragons more so than on giants.
That's
But
dragon word.
I'll see what happens when power goes out of control. And when you have the two most powerful creatures on the surface world, it's not a good idea to get in between one of them.
I kind of
And-
interject and I say, I can tell you exactly what the Zentarum will want or would do in this scenario. The best way to play this is to play both sides of the coin.
So we tell the giants we're on their side. We tell the dragons are on their side, and then we decide.
I feel like that's kind of what we're doing right now, right?
It's true.
That is what we're doing right now.
We're a part of this entire without knowing it.
Yes, I think what I'm trying to get at is how far are you willing to carry this ruse?
Not killing innocent people, even though cultists may not be fully innocent.
Yeah, I'd prefer to use these guys, and I say use in the sense of mutually, to get the relics that we require. I don't know what they plan on doing once we have them all, because it will be us who has them.
I don't want to give them away.
It has been noted on more than one occasion that we will have more relics on us than we actually need to travel to Maelstrom.
That's good.
I mean,
I wonder.
Perhaps some of them could actually be returned to Clouth.
Or kept on.
perhaps
us.
the non-magical ones, just in case.
Yeah, maybe the
Yeah.
more mundane ones. Just as a show of faith.
And also, what if we do that and then he's like, "Oh well, you know, you're clearly giving me the leftovers. I've seen your little friend," and then he wants to grab the good stuff from us, or else we die.
If it's all the same to the Allfather and his blessing of the artifacts, I say we save the magical ones and give them to Clouth. The other ones are simply objects for our transport to Maelstrom anyways.
Well, let's
You
see how
wanna-
many we actually collect. Maybe some of the sites won't have any left there. And we may only find one more in our journey.
How many do we have so far? More than 5, right?
I believe you have 6. I can count it real quick.
Oh wow, I thought we had like 3
Is
or
your
4.
staff, Lucius, the stuff you're carrying, is it one of the artifacts?
No.
No. But
It was
Wolverine
found in the Eye of the Allfather, I think.
has the ring?
A ring.
Who
Yeah, you
has
got
the
a ring
ring?
and
Oh, I have,
claw.
I have a giant gold tooth.
You have 6 total.
So who has the ring?
I've got a ring that I can summon fire elementals, something
Right.
like that.
So that's an artifact, right? The ring. We got the shield, the big shield that's hanging in front of the
So you
ship.
got the
right?
broken shield from Great Worm Cavern. From Raven Rock, you got a magma ring.
A what?
A magma ring, which is Cortex
Okay.
has, and the Bone Great Club. which you-
And the club.
the Bone Great Club from Raven Rock.
Who has the bone
Is
great
it,
club?
wait, is that the dragon?
Yeah, that's the dragon one. That
Dragon
Bone
Rage?
Great
Okay,
has.
I do have that. Sorry, I have the Dragon
Yeah.
Bane Great Club.
From Morgul's Mound, you got a gold-plated tooth.
That's what I got too.
From the Shining White Mound, you got the porcelain mask. The 2 pieces of the porcelain mask.
Oh wait, am I holding on to that still?
I believe it's in your bag of holding.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you put it in the holding. You tried shoving it in there.
Yeah.
Can't
so
remember
it's-
if that's magic.
There was no. You guys tested. There was no. You put it together. You couldn't mend it.
Oh wait, it's on the ship. It's on the ship because it's big, right?
It's a mask. It's 2 pieces of a cracked mask.
But it's really big.
It's
Pretty big.
yeah. It's
So
fair.
it's not in bag of holding. We were like trying to do stuff with it on the ship, so it's still on the ship.
So it's on the ship. And then from Flint Rock, you received the mithril tip spear. So that should be 6. I'm missing 1.
That's 6.
Yeah,
The
that's
spear?
6.
Okay, yeah.
So who has the spear? That's Rogadar. Are you holding on to the spear?
No, the
It's
spear is
just a
just on the ship as well.
It's
It's,
a
a
spear.
big
Okay.
spearhead.
Yeah, spearhead.
Oh, it was a spearhead. Yeah.
Yeah, from Flint Rock where you guys did the elk racing.
Okay, so we got 3 that for now we haven't found a use for. That are still just hanging on the ship.
Well, I have the gold tooth. It doesn't seem to have a use.
Right.
So you have a total of 6 artifacts.
We have 4 that we don't know what it's for so far.
Yeah.
So
2 of
If we
which are-
give, if we
possibly
give,
partly.
if we give the artifacts that we don't need to Klauth. Maybe he'll reward us with something that will help us defeat the giants.
Yeah.
In terms of
Well,
more.
we aren't trying to defeat the giants.
But he thinks we are.
He
so
thinks we are.
maybe he'll try and help us by giving us something.
At the very least, if Klauth, who rules over all the dragons, or at least that the dragons are afraid of, thinks that we're on his side, it may give us leverage should we encounter any more dragons in the future.
True.
And that is truly the more valuable thing. If we can have both giants who support us and dragons who support us, we basically walk this land unchallenged.
But we also, like, we've met some dragons that were good. We've met some giants that were not so well intentioned.
Yes, but perhaps even the chromatic dragons would at least give us less trouble if Klauth knew that we were helping him in his endeavors.
Maybe.
After all, not one of them would want to snuff out a group of Klauth's servants lest they bring his wrath down upon them.
Hold up. Outside of game question here. Did Klauth specifically say that he wanted the giant artifacts?
No.
Or did he just want the giants defeated?
He saw your actions against the giants and saw that it was good.
So
And
he just wants us to,
he's supporting you.
kill some giants. He doesn't really care about these artifacts.
We didn't actually get directly in contact with that, though.
Never.
That's only from what.
Delphine and her crew said
Yeah.
when they came to you.
I'm
So-
presenting to you an opportunity to capitalize on the small arrangement that we have now to make perhaps a bigger arrangement that will benefit us in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
This sounds like politics.
as you guys discuss your issues.
This sounds like conspiracy, and you can
Yeah.
see that Lucius is enjoying this discussion more than any discussion that he has had with any of you in the past,
I'm also
in the past months of adventuring.
also just as a reminder to you guys, when I was in Maelstrom, I met with some storm giant, right?
Storm giants.
And they're nothing like what we've encountered in Grudahog. I mean, those guys are probably just as intelligent as dragons are. So the games they can play might this game might get a little dangerous.
Well, no risk, no reward.
Also death.
And with that, the ship points southward, leaving the Evermores behind you, and you head towards Nuaner's Hold. A small journey, a small little hop from Callinghorn. As you can see, you are in the wake of the storm. The storm has gone southwards towards Beliard, leaving Nuaner's Hold open for approach. And as you guys discuss this, you realize it's probably it's become a little more complicated than simply rallying the giants or the dragons. There are two sides of the coin. What side you guys choose, it's really going to be up to you. Or if you can maintain this ruse of upholding both sides at the same time. And I think that's where we'll end for the night. That was a spooky fight. Ooh, that got real crazy.
Oh wait, after credit scene. After credit scene.
Oh, and
So as we're cruising along, and it's like towards the end of the night, I approach Rogadar with some like meat that I was just cooking, and was offer to share with them.
What type of meat do you have there? Smells good.
I think this is what did they have? What was the last thing? Impala? No, what was antelope. Antelope. I think this is it's some more antelope steak. Care to join me?
Some good wild game food, sure.
Yeah, it's a little burnt on the outside, but it's nice and rare on the inside. I think that's how you like it, right?
It's perfect.
I've been thinking you've trained me a lot, and I I've definitely learned a lot of skills. It's been very valuable to me to be trained by you, but
It's fun training. I enjoy it. I
It
still have to
was,
get
it was-
Courtine in on this though.
we should do that. Let's spar some time with them. I'm not strong enough still. I fell twice in the last fight, and there's something else that I'm missing. Something I need to be stronger. Your fighting training has helped me a lot. My bear totem has given me significant power, but it's not enough. And I don't know what I need to do, but I think I need to go back to my roots. I think I need another totem.
I think that's a wise decision. And I myself have fallen many times in battle, and I've tried to get stronger myself, but I find it's the team. Zaya and Courtion, they can bring us back from that brink of death. And Lucius, well, he stands off to the side and shoots things, which is really helpful.
I'll get him one day.
But if you feel your roots will help you.
Yeah, I think I need to figure out the power behind the beast realm. This totem that I carry after hunting the bear, it's made me near impenetrable, but that doesn't help in every situation. I need something else, not just the power of the bear behind me. I think I need the power of the eagle.
That sounds really cool. You're still trained though, right? Like, I'm not gonna lose a training buddy.
Yeah, let's get Courtion in on this. It'll be fun.
Perfect.
You've already lost one training buddy, Rogadar. Can't lose another.
Can't lose another.
All right. Overman, is
And
that it?
we munch silently on our steaks.
As you guys make towards No Honors Holds, Overman, you had this kind of epiphany that perhaps the eagle is the next step in your journey to becoming stronger. And you all contemplate what exactly you are doing in this whole plot that is taking over Faerun. Is it the giants? Is it the dragons? Or is it something else? Who knows? We'll find out next time on The Gilded Dice. Probably not.
Hey,
Another whole session in Miners Hold.
are we like actually gonna start to learn how the ship works?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we should actually get on that. So can we assume that during like the rest of the trip,
There's some checks required to see whether or not you succeeded in the journey. But yeah, we can spend, it's about half a day to Miners Holds.
Dibs Perella.
Dibs Plaz's job. I want to be around the food.
Okay, I'm done.
I want to manage the fire.
Everyone will have super spicy food from here on out.
Hey, so I get the steering wheel.
That's okay. I can prestidigitation all my food before I eat it.
But
All
you
right.
will not know the first time.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And if you haven't yet, do follow us on Twitch as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link to which you can find in the panels below the stream. We're all up to date now. For any of you who perhaps last time you checked, we were really behind. And we'll get this episode up right after this. So, yeah, we'd love to have more subscriptions. Thanks for watching.
Sell your
Bye.
friends.
Thanks for watching.
See you
Sell your
next week.
family.
Bye.
Next time.
Bye.